If it's up, then it's up. Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. I'll do some Doja Cat for the
Beautiful.
girls.
See, perfect.
YouTube.
Yes.
Oh,
Thanks.
YouTube is live. Okay, y'all.
No thanks.
Make sure that you go on Miss Sophia's YouTube channel, view the live. I'm gonna come right back. It's gonna pause, y'all. Take a break, get y'all some popcorn. You know.
Are you on your
Coming
live?
back? Yeah, I was.
You on Insta?
Yeah, I'm about to share it. I just got off though. I'm about to share the link on Facebook so people can watch the YouTube
Okay.
on Facebook. Yes. Get the link.
I can see the comments, the chat.
Oh, we live. Cut it out. Okay, yeah. I just have to do a little smile and then cut it out. You got a Facebook page?
We have the We Are You Radio Facebook page.
Okay.
We have the We Are You Radio Facebook page.
Hi, Carlos.
Hey, Carlo.
Check this out. It's an 8-minute song.
You can
Okay.
you can fade her. You know how to do her. It's your show.
It's nice. We gotta play this.
Commercial.
No. Gotta play this song for Simone. Simone Biles.
What's that song?
Countdown.
About Beyonce? Why I can't find the We Are You Radio? What's going on?
WERU Radio, all one word.
Oh yeah, I was
Milan, it's on the wall. It's on both sides, Milan.
Oh,
Come on.
Don't let her do you. Don't let her do you.
Yeah, no, because I be there, y'all. I was looking for my phone for like 30 minutes after. See, I'm staying with my friend, and I can't sleep in the air horn when they be having the air horn blast. Facebook be turning it. I'm just deleting stuff.
Way too much.
Like,
I was trying to post videos. Just post a video. It was giving me all extra. I was like, just post the damn video.
and now when I comment on stuff, it just go away.
Oh yeah, that too.
It just go away.
We're coming up after this song. 3 minutes.
Let me see if I can share it on Twitter. Get on Twitter.
Oh,
I'm a social media girl. It's out there.
good half cheese.
Oh, you sing too?
Oh yeah.
Hi,
I
Felicia.
started off in musical theater.
Really? Wow. Who are you?
No, this way. No, this is all I've ever wanted to do my whole entire life.
Well, it shows.
This is it.
Is that?
This is it. This was the only option.
Oh, come break my hair, George.
Oh, honey, if I knew how I would.
Oh, oh Lord, the music.
What's wrong? Oh, I don't think you're getting it on there, is it?
Oh,
I don't think they can hear that. It's big, no, because it's really far. You used to have it like right here before, so you should be good.
there it is. I always record it. I always get game. I had it over there, all over here.
We'll work on it. I don't think I could hear it. You know, there's a stand right there.
Oh.
Well, look at you,
Come on,
fancy schmancy.
Oh, I mean, I
I forgot. I'm with the budgeted girls.
Oh, where's your cap? Because you're giving me like 3 heart attacks with no cap on that
Okay,
bottle.
yes.
I'm like having mini strokes right now.
Like, I'm wild.
I'm loving you though. I'm loving you. Still nothing but love.
Okay, how about I tighten her up?
Bam. Is she a little loose? Don't you hate when they loose, girl? Oh. Oh. Let me help it. Let me fix it. Oh, you got it.
No, get it here. Pass it right quick. No, that's not doing it.
It's not doing it. What'll do? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in y'all's way.
Hey, you on YouTube, man?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Figure it out too.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So what do I need to do? I need to do something.
1 minute.
What am I needing to do? My
You good on your
You
snack?
good? No, you good. Just put it back.
Oh, yeah.
You good on your drink?
Yes.
You got some brown liquor. You want to do a shot?
Yeah, let's do a shot.
Mhm.
Come on.
You know.
No, you know I was ready.
20 seconds.
Oh, yes. And we are back.
Okay, looks good. Looks good. All right.
Hey.
Miss Sophia.
Hey.
Oh, you can hear me.
Hey. Sharon.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Club Chit Chat with your DJs, Miss Sophia, right here on WERUradio. WERUradio, we are the home of the urban sounds of pride. I'm in here with my special guest, my niece, the one and only, from legendary season 2, Milan Garcon. Hi, Milan.
What's good, Auntie? We in the building. What's up?
Yes, my niece that walked all the way from Marietta
Yes, just for you.
in her Daisy Duke.
Yes. And my don't forget about the mid-calf boots I got on, okay? She's in the hill.
But before we get out of here, not that we're getting ready to go anywhere soon, but I just want you to let everybody know how they can follow you on social media.
Yeah, so everything, I'm on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, at Milan Garcon, MILANGARCON.
Listen, you also getting ready to do a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You've already started.
Yes, the pilot is out. It is in the mix with Milan Garcon. Yeah.
So how can they check that out?
They can check that out exclusively, if you have the little Jax app, you can watch and listen wherever you please. But it is exclusively on the Jax app, but you can also find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music, where they have their podcasts. So,
And speaking of Amazon Music, you also sing.
Yes, it's a little something. I started in musical theater, so yeah, just a little bit. I sing, I can tap dance. What else I can do? I can type real fast. Yeah.
Oh, you Secretary Fish.
Yeah, Secretary Fish. That was actually my first internship, guy.
So you did musical theater?
Yes.
What is the role you played?
I played George in the Drowsy Chaperone. He was like the best man in this wedding, and it was like this old time thing. I was in The Wedding Singer, which was a lot of fun. It was actually my first musical, and those were the only Broadway, off-Broadway musicals that I've done.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do them Broadway, off-Broadway. I did them in summer stock and stuff. But those are musicals that people would know.
So what is it that you want to do now?
Now, I want to do exactly what I'm doing, but just, on a bigger scale. I want to continue growing my platform. I'm a media personality, so, I've always wanted my own talk show. I've always wanted to grace the girls in, daytime talk my entire life. I was like, a little stunt in late night because you can cuss a little bit more, talk about some more stuff. So, I really just want to, I want to be a household name when it comes to talk, because that's what I love to do. I love to talk.
Talk.
Yeah.
So both of your parents still alive?
Yes, both of them are still alive.
So what is that relationship like?
They are divorced. They've been divorced since I was 3.
The relationship with you.
Oh, with me? They paying it.
All their business is out there.
Yeah, you were just like, honey, get out of here.
Yeah, they're like, all right, girl,
she's here, we good.
No, so both of my relationships with my parents are amazing. They go to the same church. My dad is a minister. Yeah, it gets
what?
Yeah. It's a lot. Yes, my family's always been supportive. That's what I was supposed to be answering earlier. You asked me about my family earlier. You asked me about, yeah, so no, I didn't come from a broken home. My family, I think they always knew, but again, I never confirmed. And when I finally came out to my mom and my dad actually gagged me. He was the last family member that I came out to, like literally a year after I came out to everybody else. I just wanted the news to trickle down. You know, I wanted it to trickle down.
Soften the blow.
You know, just a little bit. But no, nobody told him. I'm like, well, y'all some good effed up family members because y'all was supposed to gossip and spill tea, and y'all didn't help me out. But I guess they actually did help me out because they let me do it myself. But my dad actually cried and was like, you know, I'm an open book. I'm very transparent. So once I start talking, I just go, especially where I'm comfortable and like I know I can be vulnerable. So as I'm telling him, like, you know, my experiences and down to like thoughts of just, you know, thinking that, oh, you growing up thinking, oh, I'm going to hell and all of this stuff. So just like talking to him about stuff like that, you know, he administers, you know, hell is a serious place. So he giving, oh my God, my child was thinking about going to hell now. So he actually cried and was like, I really wish that, you know, you would have allowed me to be there for you as a father while you were going through those things. Like, he felt robbed. Like, he couldn't be the best protective dad, you know, because I wasn't being open and I wasn't, but you know, grew up in a world where, you know, it wasn't okay to just be open. You know, it's all about self-preservation, and kids, we know how to make sure that you conceal until you're somewhere where you feel safe enough to do that, or you are pushed to do that.
So you say your dad and your mom, they go to the same church and he's a minister. Is he a minister at the church that your mom attends?
Yes, both sides of my family go to the same church. I'm not leaving either. But they're very cordial. They get along. I think over time, of course, growing up, you don't know all of the small drama and stuff that goes on. But from my perspective, and then as I've gotten older and have understood what kind of went on with my mom and dad's relationship and how it affected both sides of my family and how they interacted together at the same church, they good.
So listen, since you said that, I want to ask you, because like when I was growing up, I was so protected by my parents. I was so protected that I didn't know that I was protected until I got out on my own. And then I assumed that all kids were protected, you know, like I was protected growing up. So what are the things that, you know, you took for granted growing up and it took you becoming an adult and going out into society on your own to find out that, you know, everybody didn't have it like I had it?
One thing, well, it was actually one of my ex-boyfriends. I was gagging at his coming out experience because he didn't get a chance to come out. And that's something like, I will say everybody around me at least respected, I don't know if they respected me enough or they just respected the situation enough that like nobody ever outed me. Like I never had like a family situation that was like just messed up because they kind of figured I was gay. Nobody tried to like beat it out of me or anything like that. I got bullied in school for being super feminine, but it wasn't like, I think I felt more singled out than I actually was because it was other gay people that were going through like the same thing at my school, but I was just like, I don't see them because I'm not gay. But I think that I, you know, getting older, his experience, it was a picture got out to the whole school. You know, people have these crazy experiences where they are outed and or they are pushed to a point where they have to come out and then they leave and, you know, home life is no more. So I definitely feel like that was taken for granted because I wasn't aware of other people's experiences when I was growing up. It wasn't until I left Cleveland and moved and started making different bonds and relationships with people and sharing and just being completely like aware of my community and what everybody's going through and doing the work to make sure that I'm aware and knowing what the hell we're going through. It wasn't until then that I realized like, wow, it was pretty chill for you. It was pretty chill, you know?
Right, and you know, like growing up and stuff, and it's just like I'm so impressed with you being young and as knowledgeable as you are about a whole lot of different things, and then to know that you know, you apply yourself educational wise and all that good stuff. And so it's just like growing up, who are some of the people that motivated you to become your best you?
My mother, just seeing her work ethic, it was instilled in me. To the point where now I kind of tell her, I'm like, I wish you weren't always such a busybody because I can't sit down. I don't understand taking a day off. And when I do, I feel like I'm going crazy because, oh my God, I'm not doing something. I'm not being productive. And it's not like she was like, be productive. But I'm somebody, I pick up on things. And my mother, we went through a recession. She lost 2 jobs and almost lost the house. I would have never known that it was that deep until I got older. But just even through all of that, she was always working. She was always on some board in the community. She was always a part of the drama ministry at church. She was a soprano in the church choir. Like, she led a very full life. And it just showed me that you don't have to just do one thing. You don't have to just have a 9 to 5. You can have these different things that you're talented and skilled in, and you can make it work for you. And all of those, you should always be doing the things that you enjoy and want to do while you are trying to provide for yourself and your family. Right. So that is really what let me know, well, whatever I want to do, I can do that plus some. So I've always been that way. I've always done multiple things at once and somehow blended it together to keep progression. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get me in trouble because I said I was going to watch the clock and everything, and now look it up, and we're almost there. I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, hold it down right here on WERUradio. WERUradio, we're the home of the urban sound of pride. That's right.
Oh, yes.
Straight my head.
You pulled it out.
I can talk to you I can just talk to you like it's just no conversation.
Now, wait. So I ain't going to let that just pass because she didn't ask the question. So the podcast is on Jack?
Yes.
Shut the front door. Explain, expound, expand.
Did
you see the billboard? Did you see the big billboard outside? There's a big billboard.
Now I was running in here. I wasn't looking at no billboard.
There's a big billboard right there in the front of the building for Jack. Like, huge.
Oh, that's over.
Yes.
They need to give me more wine.
I was like, wait a minute. Like, is this what we're doing now, ladies and gentlemen? The secret is out. So wait. So I don't want to ask him, but yes. I was like, wait, Carlo, how you be on Jack? Like,
I got you. And the key is only be on Jack.
Right, they're already there. You already have the captive audience, right? Like,
everybody logs in and they see my picture.
Thank you.
Wow.
Miss Sophia, I feel like you're a great content creator. I look forward to more amazing things, all the amazing things that you look great. Thank you so much, Carla.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to make a slide.
Look at these, y'all. Sophia. Miss Sophia.
We tried.
Budget fish.
We tried.
Oh, we didn't take our shot. What's the tea?
You gonna take our shot?
What's the tea block
Yeah.
Talk us there. Hi.
Hey, talk. I gotta get back up here. I ain't forgot. I want Talk to come by itself.
Oh, yeah. You know, she gonna talk that hat on. That's my guy.
Now, you can put them on the air now. I'll show you how.
So
the phone, if he wants to call them.
Talker don't feel good.
Is he okay?
Yeah, Talker's okay.
Still better, Talker?
Yeah, she's
Talker, he can feel good since he broke my leg.
Yeah. Gotta get into it. It's a tea. The girls be like, I gotta spin my narrative because I'm gonna be the bad guy.
Talker broke my leg at the brunch. Hey, Mr. D. Hey, Eve.
Oh, yes. Hey, YouTube.
Mr. D say, hey, Milan, Garcon, and George, and Hyenas.
What's that? Oh, yes. The viewer. Oh, yeah, you got the viewers. I be trying to go live on YouTube. They don't look at me. Yeah.
Rain?
You better twirl.
Did you twirl for the kids?
Yeah,
you working on her performance skills?
I was about to say, I'm trying to get the choreo down. Yeah. Oh my God, it's yo, I wish I was recording more. I got some footage I can release. Finally. I'm recording us down when we on the show. I got practices. They all killing me like, you supposed to be releasing the content, releasing the stuff out. I'm like, it gotta be perfect.
Hello, Alicia.
Isn't that the bad thing though when you're a performer and you just want everything to be perfect? Like you don't want it to be, that. Do you find that's a hindrance sometimes though?
It allows me to procrastinate.
Yep.
You know, use the word.
Because you find a reason. Well, it's not ready because it's not this. Yeah.
I'm the type. I will create a whole budget in my head for this production. I want this. It need to look like this. And be like, no, this thing. Let's be a bit realistic.
Right.
Because it ain't gonna happen, and you ain't gonna never do it. So, yeah, I need to honestly just sit down and figure out how I want to package it. Because I wanted to be able to like, pitch it and stuff. Did you take a shot? You already took yours? You might have me over here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's truth serum. That's for the next phase. Watch. Those next questions are going to be trash.
We love that. I'm an open book.
Oh, I'm a novel.
Oh, what? We love that.
I'm an encyclopedia, really.
I was saying I'm a dictionary.
Yes.
You're a dick.
Oh my goodness. My mom just texted me like, OMG, I'm going back to your live.
I love this song.
Hey, Billy. Hey, Bree. Y'all know every time I go live, I gotta be everywhere in the room. I gotta give you a
Right, so that's done. What was it? Oh, do justice.
Tamika, I'm about to block you because you play too much.
Who?
And Tamika, we've been cool for a very long time, but you know my pronouns, girl. I be getting people right because I'm alive. Don't fucking play with me, bitch. I will end it. I will end us. Don't do this.
Huh.
Are we coming back?
She working the girl. Overrated.
Yeah, so how long have you had your show? I said, how long have you had your show?
What show? This one?
Yes.
Oh, what? It's like
2018.
3 years.
It's over. It's over.
You want a radio show?
I definitely wouldn't mind doing radio.
You want to do a talk show?
I want to do. I just want to do talk and see. I'm somebody. I feel like I'm addicted to the journey.
You, Laverne, and Maddie.
Oh, that would be over. Over.
All y'all want to do talk, so just do it together.
That would be sickening.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be a panel. I think a panel would be fab.
With fab girls that can talk and think fast. That would be amazing.
Fab. Okay, now that would
turn 40.
That would be.
Carlos, say hello, Milan. It's nice to meet you. You seem to be very serious about your various crafts, and you are genuine, enthusiastic looking online.
Come on with the vocab with the $7 words in one sentence. I love it.
We love that. It was all placed
perfectly.
Wasn't overpowering.
Right, that was good. Do it again.
Carlos said, hello, Milan. It's nice to meet you. And you said, oh, you said do it again.
Yeah.
Did he not?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we don't really go on live too often, but today I thought it was a wonderful show to share here on Instagram Live. So we are in the studio at WERUradio, and this is Milan Garcon.
Garcon. Treve.
And this is the one and only. And you in there, yeah?
I am Sophia Evangelista.
Wait a minute, yes. Do they know?
No. I am Sophia, House of the Lord.
Yeah.
Right. Shando Kilbasa. Yes.
Yes.
Shando.
Yes. So we're here in the studio.
Yes,
if you get an opportunity, you can also listen to us live. How do you do these things? Now, babies, I don't do live very often.
Whoa.
So if I mess it up.
Type in comment. And you trying to pin it at the bottom?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I got you.
Oh,
yes.
Where are we going? We're coming up after this song. We have 3 minutes.
Okay.
Treve.
There we go. All right, cool. Hey there. Now I can't see it because I'm running another camera over here. You see it, so I won't be looking at you guys, but you're there and make comments and we'll come back to you.
Talk to each other. You know how you doing the comments?
Yeah, talk
with each other.
Talk amongst each other.
Yeah. The comment be the funniest place.
We're live all over the world.
Hallelujah.
International girl.
Shando Kilbasa. And you'll be able to watch the replay on our WERUradio YouTube channel with multi-camera views. How about that? Because this is how we do it.
Look, we're going to talk about that, Carlos, because I be thinking the same thing. When Stasha told me.
Oh.
What you doing, though?
We'll talk about it in the end.
It's about to be
we
a
don't
moment.
Want you to be prepared.
It's about to be a moment.
Yo, that's why you gave. Let me finish this.
Oh no, you cool. You at home, baby.
Oh, you're gonna really need the fan now. There we go. Now you don't have to show the kids the boots because we got to see the boots. The kids have not seen the boots.
Oh, she came for the girl.
Yes. Damn. Yes. Yes, honey. Yes. She walked all the way from Marietta in those.
Well, I'm telling y'all, when my niece walked through this door, I fell out. She's got a snakeskin boots.
Yes, honey.
Knee-high snakeskin boots.
Yes, I do.
And some Daisy Dukes. Either you hot or you cold.
Right.
She said, neither. I'm just pumping.
Pump. Pump. Pump.
I just came to the ball to walk.
Right.
Don't be throwing no shade. I just came to get paid. Oh. Cloudy boots and boots.
Mm.
Oh, 1 minute. Oh.
I like this song.
Baby, I'm out of beer. I'm out of beer.
You need another bird? I'm gonna get you one in a minute.
No, honey, that beer had me crazy. You know I gotta go to church today.
You gotta go to Bible study.
It's
Go make the deposit.
Gotta
make the deposit.
Oh, I'm so slow. That was my blonde moment, but I'm there. I'm with you. I'm with you now. I got you.
You gotta go help Pastor make the deposit.
Right.
Yes, I do.
How many seconds?
20.
Okay.
20. Not 20.
20.
10. We on our way up.
Yes. Beats.
Hush all that noise. All that noise, chirping. Y'all ain't singing. Y'all just making that boom, 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 boom. I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, holding it down right here. We are your radio. We are your radio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride, baby. Yes, we are. I'm in here with my beautiful guest, honey, my niece, the one and only, MILAN Garcon. Hey, MILAN.
What's good, auntie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You know, I'm finally cooling down.
You cooling down from that walk from Marietta.
Ciao.
Y'all, Marietta is about 15, 20 minutes from here. She talking about she walked from Marietta, girl.
I'm a New York City girl. I walk here.
Oh, yeah, y'all walk.
Oh, yes, we
Yeah, y'all walk the subway and walking.
I walk on the subway. I walk to the top of the subway to be closer to the stop. Yes.
But listen, Carlos said, I ain't even gonna front. When I saw the notification for Miss Sophia, I saw the first name, Milan, and I automatically thought Milan Christopher, LOL. You know, I did that too. Remember when Stasha was here?
Yes.
And she talking about Milan. I said, no, Milan, not coming to hear Milan be on there, all that cussing and carrying on and fussing, because I had just watched the YouTube.
And but
him live, honey, he was just going off, talking about him and the boy, talking about him. And I said, oh my God, no, Milan, not coming in with all that.
But when I seen it, I didn't know that you were referring to Milan Christopher. So I'm thinking that you know like who they're talking about when they said my name. But I'm looking at my sister, I watched it up, I said, sister, I be cussing that much? I be doing all that? And then we was like, oh, it was like after y'all came back from a break and then you said it again. It was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. So she didn't know. Okay, woo, thank God she was talking about me. You know, we love people like Christopher, but, you know, girl, we'll talk about the same thing.
Yes, like season 2 of Legendary. You've been on season 2 of Legendary and you doing your podcast. Now, we didn't go to the discussion because I knew we didn't have that much time before we had to go to break to pay some bills. But now you say you do your podcast on what? Your podcast.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. My podcast is exclusively on Jack'd, so it's always going to come out on Jack'd, you know, the gay dating app. But, you know, they are trying to make it more of a social platform for all queer people. That's what they want to do.
And since it's on Jack'd, is it like sexually related or is it just adult material?
It's definitely, my audience is very, like, no shade, y'all. It'd be like 13 to like 60. And that's fab and all. But it's gonna be, anybody can listen to it. It's not solely based on sex. It's not all like just adult content. We talk about everything, but we will go there. You know what I'm saying? Like we feel free going there. I think it's very easy for me, at least when I'm talking to certain people and part of this conversation, if I know that, you know, we can go there in that space, we probably gonna talk about dating and sex and all of that. Because again, I'm an open book. I feel like all of those things should be talked about just like everything else. So we definitely gonna be some, and I'm very sex positive. Like, you know, I ain't had sex in a long time, but I like talking about it and hearing other people's, you know, interactions and experiences. So, you know, let's talk about it. Let's educate the girls. So yeah, but it is on Jax, and that is, you know, they paying the bills.
So it's, you get paid for your podcast, of course, but what made you do it on Jack?
So Jack actually reached out to me. It had been some talks for, you know, a few years now, like ways that we could collaborate, because I am an influencer, I am a media personality, and you know, the timing was just perfect when it all happened. I think I kind of held out before because I wanted to make sure that that was something that my brand and platform could be aligned with, and that it would make sense for both of us, because we don't want to waste anybody's time, you know. But I think the timing was just perfect, and just seeing what Jack has done just on their platform, just to just open up, like, it's not really that gendered anymore. I mean, people are going to use it how they're used to using it, but like new people that are coming to the app, they're getting a different experience. So, you know, I'm a part of that experience.
I'm so glad that you brought it up, because you've educated me on it. Because when you say Jack, all I think about is people going on Jack to pick up.
Yeah.
You know, I never thought of Jack being a platform where people can sit down and have discussions about different things that are going on in the world. So it's just like, you've educated me, because, you know, my thing is like, baby, why don't y'all stay off Jack? Because they say y'all meeting up with folks and the people meeting up with you and robbing you and all that stuff. And then you say, but no, Jack is, you know, just like YouTube.
Yeah, I think that Jack just saw that. I mean, people are hooking up off Instagram DMs, they hooking up off Twitter. And, you know, Twitter is the Facebook has the dating, like Facebook has a whole dating app within their app now. So, you know, people are realizing that people are going to do what they want to do on any of these apps, so they need to have those things available. And Jack is realizing, well, if they picking up people wherever they want, you know, because things are just a bit more lax in the social space now, like social internet space, they're like, well, we got to bring some of that to ours, so let's make this more of a social platform. So with them doing that, I say, yeah, let's get it popping.
And it reminds me of Oprah when she first started on network. She was talking about, no, it's going to be the goody two shoe. We're not going to have all that cuss. We're not going to have all that cuss. And then the ratings went coming and she was like, y'all can cuss.
Yeah, y'all can cuss. Y'all can cut it out. Y'all can do all that. Yeah, cut out.
But who is somebody that you would love to work with?
Let's see. Somebody that I would love to work with. Well, I would love to shoot with Kelly Rowland, because I think that would be a super dope photo shoot. Because, you know, a lot of people say we look alike, so I would like to put it to the test. You know, see what kind of, you know, images and content we could create. But in media, somebody that I would love to work with. You were somebody that I love to work with, so now I'm here. So I'm gagging. I'm like, oh my God, yeah. But I'm trying to, somebody that I would love to work with in media. Oh, goodness. I mean, I want to work with all the girls. I think that's what's so hard. But just like a standout person.
A singer.
A singer. Let's see, a singer that I would like to work with. I would like to work with Jasmine Sullivan right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's having discussions. She's having talks. She's telling the whole tale.
Ooh.
And I'm living for it.
If you could go on an island with one person, with no phone, no television, who would it be for a week?
A week.
No phone, no television, no internet.
No phone, no
just
television,
you.
No internet, just me. I would go. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I would go with this boy that I met a few weeks ago, because I feel like that would be a fun vacation. It would be. No phone, no text. Like, I would pick one of my friends, but we don't want to post TikToks and stories and all that. We're gonna be annoyed. We don't got no service. But if I'm there with a man, I want to be paying it. So I don't need a phone. I don't need the internet. And you know, it would be like our first little vacation, our first, you know, we could definitely find things to do.
Now that you've been on, you know, I'm sure your family, you know, your extended family, all of your family, your immediate family, and your cousins, distant cousins, relatives, aunts, uncles, and grandpa, all those people, I'm sure they're so proud of you. Mm-hmm. How is it different now that you have been featured on Legendary with your family?
I've always been the main character in my family. I've always been the superstar. They always told me, like, you are so entertaining. You are an entertainer. Like, I was the one that they put in the middle of the floor and was like, dance. You know, your mom be like, do the dance. I wasn't one of the kids that said, oh, I was just, no, I got out there and I did the motherfucking dance. I did what I was supposed to do. So,
you did what needed to be done.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
She wasn't consistent.
Not enough for me. So, put that right on in there. But no, yeah, they always knew I was gunning for the spotlight. Mm-hmm. So I think they're just so proud of me that it's nice. I kind of hear from them more now because I feel like for a little while when I went to college and when I went to move to New York to live in New York and start my life there, I wasn't necessarily maybe as accessible or visible to them. So it was like, oh, we don't really know what they're doing right now, but they say that they were going to New York to do their thing. But then now that they can see it and they're like, oh, you really did what you said you were going to do. And it's like, you know, I'm back in the spotlight in front of their faces. And they get, yeah, do the dance. Okay, I'll do the dance.
Oh, I'm here with my girlfriend, the one and only MILAN GARCON from the second season of Legendary, honey. We're going to be sitting here shooting the breeze and just conversing. Yes. Conversing.
I like conversating.
Conversating is in the dictionary now.
But
they added it?
Yeah, they added
we love using the new word.
It's in the dictionary. It's in the dictionary. Conversating.
Well, just clear it all up. We here talking. I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, hold it down right here. We are WERUradio. We are WERUradio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. I'm here with my girl. This is MILAN GARCON. Her dad is a minister, and right now we're just going to pay some respects to the Lord, because if it wasn't for the Lord who was on our side, oh my God, where would we be? Do you know what I'm saying? God is good.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is
here with
me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, girl, you didn't come in. I was like, she ain't as saved as she say she is.
I've been straying away. I'm trying to come back to the light.
Oh, okay. Come back to the light, MILAN.
Ooh. I look over like that's my life.
Watching music.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I turned her down when y'all was on the air. Oh, you good? Turn her back up.
Oh no, this is fine. Where are you turning that back?
Right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm good. I don't need to turn it up. Where do you turn it up?
Call us at this time. I just stopped my check account.
Oh, baby, no.
Oh, shy, please call us though.
You might have some
You've been on there.
messages.
You're still on there. Don't play.
Might have some unread messages.
I need to have a conversation with Miss Jack, because if she's doing that, honey, we got a whole platform right here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Talk
And we could work some things. I need to call Miss Jack. Give me your no, seriously. Off camera. No, seriously. Seriously. I mean, we can talk percentages and all that. For real. No, for real.
Listen, I'm about the bag.
For real.
The bag.
Because that's like it needs to continue. Like it just needs
especially people of color. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times, and I'm just saying this honestly, you know, Jack, if you're listening, or Sirius Radio or iHeartRadio, whichever one of y'all. Yeah. I think there's a lot of content that does not include us always. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of times that what ends up happening is that that whole narrative ends up changing because we're not part of it.
Yeah.
There's even another Pride station. I'm saying it. There's another Pride station. Doesn't even include content from us. Mm-hmm. Our music is not a part of their platform. And I'm like, it's unfortunate, but this is where I'm doing that. This is where I'm playing Target Hall and Shea Diamond and Big Frida and Duran Bernard that you don't hear even on those. So
that's the thing. You don't hear it where you at least think that Yeah, they definitely gonna play our stuff.
Right. And Saucy Santana and all these girls. I'm sorry, I don't want to leave nobody out. Don't talk about me. But you know, this is a platform where we're doing that, and I think that would be great for Jack, especially since we know they have a large percentage of black people in Atlanta
using the app.
Right.
Hence, New York,
the billboard right outside our building.
Yeah,
right outside of, I swear to God, when you walk out, you'll see this is a huge sign.
I definitely will. No, I definitely will. And the person that I work with, they're like, I've been working with them for years, just on different projects. Like, they had me on some stuff with Tiana Taylor, and they're like, they really don't.
Tiana Taylor.
Love her.
I was sad when she was saying that she was retiring from music, because I'm like, you have an audience. People are listening.
I am the audience.
Yeah.
I know the words for the song.
When she came out with Work That, I was like, okay, bitch, you're in.
Like,
you're in. When she did
she
whole...
was in for me with the project before, even when it was mostly love songs. One day she broke me down on 55th. I couldn't get my laptop fixed. It had shut down. I was trying to edit something.
You was done.
I had deadlines. I was just done. And her never could have made it. Or never would have made it, whichever one. Again, don't.
She's a fan, though.
Yeah.
Don't judge her.
But she covered it. Fred Hammond's never would have made it. And I broke down on 55th, walking to the train. I said, oh, I'm definitely a New Yorker now.
Yeah, she's an amazing talent and a really good artist. Very underrated. I don't think that she gets the kudos that she deserves.
Her entire sound is so original.
And I'm like, and she can sing. She's not like a lot of these artists. I'm not saying any names, not hating on nobody, but she can really sing. It's not like some of these other girls that are getting all this play. And I think colorism is a huge thing.
Absolutely.
And I think that a lot of these girls that are in the front are not even half as talented as the girls that are in the back.
Tiana Taylor is right now. I feel like celebrities used to be like, what wasn't attainable, they would market. It would be like, this person, you can't be like this person. You can't have this life. You know what I'm saying? That was what they wanted. Now they want the girls, and you know, I say this honestly because I'm in the pop culture, I'm not a trendy girl, but I know what goes on in the trendy.
Right. Yeah, you're aware.
I'm not a trendy girl, but it's a trendy world.
Write it down.
You know,
put it on a t-shirt, girl. I'll try to tell you.
Girl stuck in a trendy world. But like the trend now is just they want to sell what's attainable. They want to sell, like, they want to put this girl up here with the silhouette that we're all used to seeing. You know how you can get it. You know you can BBL it. We all know what BBL behavior looks like. Boom. You do what you got to do. You can go get you what you want. You know, you can nip and tuck everything. But Tiana Taylor.
No nips, no tucks.
She is unattainable. That body is unattainable,
right.
That melanin is unattainable. The way her family nucleus is set up is unattainable now.
Amazing.
They want to sell. They want to sell the drama. They want to sell the ups and downs. They want to sell the relationship where they stick through it and been through it all, and I done held you down and all of this versus just working through their shit and just being a husband and wife. They want to sell the divorce, the breakups, the back together. So that is all attainable now.
Right.
That's regular people stuff.
Right.
Back in the day, that's regular people stuff. Y'all divorcing, y'all getting together. Back in the day, celebrities, if they did break up, it was just a different way that it happened, and then they just came up in another way. No, now they want to sell what you can just go get. But Tiana Taylor's life, and then her being, she's unattainable, so they're not marketing.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
But she's the girl. She got the family, she got the body.
She got the husband.
Like, she be out here, she be keen, she be having a good time.
Right.
She's fit. She's a mom.
And she ain't trying to be everywhere, like, look at me.
But everybody's like, where is she? Trying to find her, looking at her. That's the goal. To be sought after, not just, looked at.
Yeah, I'm trying not to talk too much because Miss Sophia cuts me when you're not here. She don't like conversations off the air.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm trying to do some conversations for you guys that are watching on the line.
Listen, I see her talk to myself. She's gonna be like, girl, you better stop talking to yourself and wait till we get on the air.
I have some of the best conversations by myself. Out loud.
Oh, we're not talking about none of that. I'm talking about, they already heard it.
Whatever. My God.
I'm talking about, where can I go get my Girl, you been around the world. Where's the good spot to go get my
Now, one of the questions I want to ask, but I'm not going to ask now because I'm going to leave it for her. But one good question is, what are your pronouns?
I don't have any. No, just like
I don't either.
Don't say it now.
Okay.
She'll ask you later.
I mean, they gonna answer it.
No, I'm not asking her that no ass.
You make me sick.
Pronouns.
What are your pronouns?
She has a pronoun. She has a noun. It's MILAN.
Yeah, MILAN. I be paying the pronouns. I mean, I say he, they, she, but you say that around so many people in public and they be trying you.
Right.
You know, if you see me like this and I'm walking up to you like this,
you know what it is.
And you be like, he.
Yeah, you know
it's
what
like
it is.
I read Miss Thing on the live, like, girl, stop looking at me. Mm-hmm. But if I'm out there with my hair out and I go in some basketball shorts and a t-shirt and I walk up to the lady at the register and at Chick-fil-A and she says sir because they gotta say one or the other, I'm not about to get on Twitter. I'm not gonna. It's every fight, not my fight.
Right. So pronouns are not that.
Yeah, they're not.
It depends on the space, right?
It depends on the space, but there also is not. It literally just doesn't affect me. And again, I'm not a very sensitive person. My mother didn't show that. I didn't really have that. I say that all the time. I'm like, Mom, you weren't sensitive enough for me because I be paying it. But people be going through stuff. I be like, girl, that's not what you said you was gonna do, but I don't care. I'm so sorry that's going on with you, but do you understand how this affected my day? I be paying it. I be paying it. And that's not always a good thing either. But yeah, it's just not a. If you're being disrespectful, I always say my pronouns are open, respectfully. Like, I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with my grandmother. I'm sorry. But for some people, like, I'm not binary, so that's a completely different experience. Like, if I'm somebody that is on one end of the binary or the other, and I say my pronouns are what they are, then that's what the fuck it is.
Right.
But that's just me. Like, my sister, her pronouns are she, period. We're both not binary, like, we look like identical twins. But I was so sorry because she could have came, but now she's not getting into Atlanta until Friday. But yeah, we're like twins in the ballroom scene and everything is the key. But yeah, her pronouns are she. Period.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I think we were talking about it on the show last week. That I think that if you feel, because a lot of people feel uncomfortable, even in the community. You know, why do I have to use your pronouns? You don't. I have a name.
I have a name.
So if you don't feel comfortable with the pronoun, just use my name. If I'm not in the room,
prefer to hear my
name. Just say my name. You ain't gotta say he, she, they. What is my name? Milan, George. You know, Miss Sophia, Joe, whatever. Use that.
Oprah.
Yes, if that's if that's your name, then that's your name.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a name.
Okay.
It's Oprah. Don't forget it.
I'm gonna say it. If they're gonna be like, what are your pronouns? I'm gonna be like, she, they, Oprah.
That's cute. That is cute.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, but I definitely do advocate for my community and I just say respect people how they want to be identified. That's just, it's like the same. You be like, oh girl, what's your favorite color? You be like, my favorite color green. Why you like green? Girl, get out of my face.
Right, you asked me and that's it.
Like,
it's not gonna change because you don't like it.
My favorite color is purple.
Right.
Okay.
My favorite color is neon beige.
Like,
yes.
It's cerulean, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You did that. I love it.
We love a good reference. Oh, girl. We're international.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Just Crew. Trans people should not feel like they owe people a disclaimer. That's a good response. And why is that always a question? Well, I think that in this day and age, Just Crew, just to be sensitive to people's, who they are and where they are in their lives, because some people that is important. I think it's just become an overly sensitive subject, though. I don't think it has to be that trigger moment that if somebody doesn't use your pronouns,
that's how I feel.
Like you have to go off. It's first of all, it's brand new. And even in the LGBT community, we like,
everybody used to be cis, but now you gotta be like, I don't know. I'm literally be around my house now. And I'll be like, I'll say the B word, or I'll be like cis, and I'll be like, ooh. And like, I'm so sorry, I didn't. Some of them will be like, oh, thank you, sis. And then some of them will be like, oh, I don't care, it's you. You know what I'm saying? So it is something to be sensitive to, but it's like, woo.
I don't think this. I think when because you're still educated, it's an educational moment. That's what I always say. Oprah has taught me that everything is an educational moment. Even when somebody disrespects you, it's an opportunity to show them, okay, I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I am going to explain to you why this is disrespectful. Now do with that what you will.
And I hope that you apply it and just don't do it to somebody
else. Right, you know? Right. And we keep it moving. But when you no, you can't. No.
Yeah, I'm not getting on Twitter and reading anybody.
Right. Because what happens is you lose an opportunity for even to educate somebody, and now they're like, well, that's why.
And exactly.
They use that as an
excuse. And you've given them that leverage to say, well, this is why I don't.
Right.
I was just trying to, and it's like, oh God, girl.
Yeah. You have to Mary, give it a break.
Right, Mary.
You
gotta pick and choose your battles. Not to fight every fight. Oh my God. Everybody, and that's another thing. Now, I will say, advocacy has become a trend. So everybody feels like they have to be every fight, every conversation, every situation. This happened, I gotta talk about this. This happened, I gotta talk about that. I gotta talk about this going on over there. Have y'all heard about what's going on in Palestine? Have y'all heard about what's going on over there? It's like, girl,
give it a break, Mary.
I'm so sorry. It's 50 things going on my block.
Right. How about that?
This is what I'm talking about.
How about that?
This is what I'm educated on. This is what I talk about. This is because if you are just out here trying to save the entire world without the superhero powers, you're doing nothing for anybody.
Right.
You're doing nothing for anybody but making a lot of noise. I would love for a lot more people to focus on a few causes, focus on, things that they are truly passionate about, and to really change the world in those industries.
Yeah.
Do that. And if everybody does that, we're gonna get to
pick a thing. Pick a thing.
Everybody pick a thing.
Pick a thing.
2 minutes.
And make it better. Change. Fix the issues. Dive in, unpack that shit, repack it the right way, and then we will be in the utopia that we want to be in.
Not necessarily, because somebody's gonna have some problem with you. What you pick? I'm gonna put that back down here.
Oh yes.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have a problem with why'd you pick that?
Yeah.
When you could have picked this.
You could have picked this.
Right.
Somebody don't like the fact that I just said everybody be talking about everything because it's probably somebody that want to be talking about it.
Right.
But a lot of those people, they just want people to hear them.
Right. So I'm gonna jump on whatever I think is trending.
Be heard.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's different to be heard and you're saying something than to be heard and you're just making noise. Write that down. Write that down.
Oh, they are talking, they're saying something. You're just not understanding.
Because it's too
many
things.
And it may not be for you. You know what they're saying may not be for you, it's for someone else.
You're right.
It's for the millions.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go back up and see some of these comments and see. Yeah, it's just crew. Thank you so much. Let's see.
Awareness. In the building for my birthday.
So that comes with responsibility. I believe everyone has a different time to reveal their truth. There you go.
Next Friday.
I can't come back that soon. I can't because I want to come back. It's a ball in September. I want to come back to.
Nah, the Labor Day ball.
Yes, the ball May ball.
Oh, I'm walking.
Oh, what you walking?
Sex siren.
Oh yes, me too. I see you at the back.
Now, when is this ball?
Grand prize.
I think it's on the 5th and the ball on the
30 seconds.
September?
September 5th.
Oh, I never attended a ball. Never.
You don't want to.
I do. I want to. I want to see the fight.
No, they don't fight at every ball.
Well, I want to be at the ball where they fight. I want to see that one.
No, you're going to be over. You're going to pay your $30. You're going to pay your $40, and then the ball going to be over. You're going to be like, oh, I'm never coming back.
15 seconds.
Thank you so much, Anthony.
Welcome back to Club Chit Chat with the DJ Miss Sophia right here. We are WERUradio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. You listen to Chris Brown with Fine China. I remember Chris Brown and I, we were sitting around the house, honey, and he looked over at me. He said, "Girl, you built like fine china." And I said, "Boy, stop." And he wrote a song about it, and there you have it. Just gave y'all a little history. Milan, what? Milan Garcon.
Yeah, you're educating me.
You didn't know the history of me and Chris.
No, I didn't.
I don't call him Chris.
Oh, what you call him?
CB. Oh, CB.
Very, very quick. You say it very.
CB.
You can say it quick and quietly.
CB. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm your urban Sophia holding down right here on WERUradio. WERUradio in the home of the urban sound of pride. I'm here with my very special guest, my niece, the one and only Milan Garcon. Treve.
Garcon.
Treve.
Garcon.
Treve.
Garcon.
Yes, honey. Listen, you all were off the air doing a whole lot of talking. Y'all talking about pronouns and, adverbs and adjectives, and nouns and subject matter. Yes, honey. So you say your pronouns are
she and they. Respectfully, my pronouns are open, but she and they. People be trying it, and it's given. You're not trying it on my time. You're not trying it on the girl.
When did we get here? Because it's just like
I think like 2017.
My thing is like either she's a she or that's a he or a she. What do you have? What is the question? You look at the person and you see.
But see, for me, like being somebody that's non-binary, I personally don't feel like a he or a she. Now, does my gender identity, am I basing it off of the pronouns that were provided to me as a child or what we can create moving into the future? No, not at all. I am a experience. I am like I'm femicentric, so I'm always going to be feminine. But I'm not going to pay the masculinity that like is visible and that is within me. It's a very small percentage because, I'm just a little itty bitty thing. But I honestly feel both. And some days I feel more masculine, some days I feel more feminine. And I think that's why my pronouns are very fluid, and that's why they don't really trigger me, because I genuinely feel like I inhabit both spirits, like two-spirited people, back in, Native American. This has always been around. It's always been a thing. I just think that our language wasn't built for people that weren't just like masculine or just feminine. But I'll put it like this. Tomboy has been a term forever. Since women have been given that term to be able to identify and say, no, I'm not a girly girl, I'm a tomboy. And that's regular. People, they don't realize how much of a pronoun that is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not, but I'm a girl, I don't like makeup, I want to cut my hair off, I want to be with the boys, I want to play sports, I want to wrestle, I want to tackle, I don't want to do anything that society says girls should do. They've been afforded that privilege. So we know we're not getting a whole new term like that. So it's like, well, I'm not he, I'm not she, I'm they, I'm a tom girl. Now, if I walk around saying I'm a tom girl, they're like, you can't be a tom girl because you got tomboys. And it's like, I'm not about to have that argument with you.
You're onto something. You're teaching us again. There you go. I hadn't thought about the tomboy thing.
Yes.
But you're so true. It's so true. Listen, when they ask me, they say, what are your pronouns? I say, I am he, him, she, her, them, they.
Yes.
I am all of them. Because I'm not offended by whatever. And it's just like, I don't give into that. It's just like, if you decide to call me he, and I have a unit on my head, I have on some lip polish, I'm not offended. If you decide to call me she, and I'm standing in front of you looking like Danny Glover, I'm not offended. But I will tell those people, I said, just because I'm not offended by that, don't assume everybody is as happy-go-lucky as I am when it comes to this kind of stuff. Yeah. You can't get away with it with everybody.
With everybody now. I feel the exact, like literally what you just explained is how I feel inside. Like, he, she, they. Respectfully. Now, if you're trying me just out of disrespect, that's a completely different conversation that we're having, because you would have found a way to disrespect me anyway. Right. Using any words. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, I'm gonna give people that power because I'm like, it doesn't affect me. But again, that doesn't go for everybody.
Right, and it's just like you said, even if I know they're trying to be disrespectful, I laugh. I laugh because it's just like, baby, you cannot hurt me. You can words coming out of your mouth cannot hurt me, because first of all, you only know what you see.
Exactly.
And then once I'm out of your presence, you would know how to get in contact with me, how to find me, where I live, who my mama is. You know, the same thing. Like when people talk about your mama back when I was young, you say something about my mama back, I would whoop your ass.
Yeah.
But then when I got older, it's just like people talk about your mama, they don't even know your mama.
They don't know.
They ain't never met your mama. If your mama was standing in their face, honey, they wouldn't even know that's your mama.
Exactly.
So it's just like, child, grow up and let that go, honey.
Yeah.
But listen, COVID-19 hit. Are you vaccinated?
I am vaccinated. You know, I am. What's the Pfizer?
Pfizer?
I'm a Pfizer girl.
I'm a Pfizer girl too. Oh my God. Hey, Pfizer. I have a lot of Moderna people out there.
Yeah.
But if you are Johnson & Johnson, you need to wear your mask.
Yeah. Two ply.
Because you're not vaccinated. They were experimenting. And they're still, trying to get the information so they can come up with the conclusion on if the experiment worked. But seriously, we were out of work for like a year and a half. And then you all were taping the show during Right after COVID, or in the middle.
It was in the like last, we'll say trimester. It was in the last trimester of COVID.
Okay.
And we were filming, and it was a weird space to be in because it was like right when the airlines had just opened back up. People had just started flying in. You know, Atlanta only had COVID for like 2 weeks.
We only had COVID for like 2 hours.
Yeah. It didn't last long here. COVID skipped right over. It was like a Passover. They paid it. So we came to Atlanta for Halloween. And that was like the first trip. We went to the march. This shirt is actually from the March on Washington.
Oh, okay.
In 2020, we went in DC. That was the first time me and my sister had literally like left the house other than to go like to the drugstore, 7-Eleven, or the grocery store because everybody's out of work. We hadn't left the house since March 11th. We lived together. And it was in August for the March on Washington. We went, the GARCON, we got these shirts made. We went and marched. We were the largest community organization that showed up that day. And that was like the first time we were out, but we were all still very like just scared out of our minds. So when we came to Atlanta 2 months later, it was like we were partying. So it was given, we're not wearing a mask in the club and stuff like that. And it was like really weird. And so when we went home, we re-quarantined, we did everything, and then I didn't leave again until it was time to go shoot the show in January out in LA. And I'm just like freaking out because they have like these alternates, and it's like if you test positive at any point in like the audition process, you're out of it, like you are out of it. Yeah. So, you know, it was super scary. Flying from New York to California, like with 50 masks on my face, it was crazy.
Not 50.
Yeah, I had so many because it was given. We had to do 2 at-home tests before we went. That week, those turnaround tests had to come up negative, and then you were able to fly. Then once you got to the hotel, like that we stayed in, you got retested immediately, like right before they put you in your hotel room, and you had to quarantine there for 7 days. So it was just like, if you contracted it while you were at the airport flying here, we're gonna send you right back. So it was just so nerve-wracking. Everything was like, and then it was like, if one person from your house catches it while you're there, then your house is like out of it for this many balls, or we're this part of the competition and you're out of the competition. It was just like, it was so scary. So it was just like, on top of being nervous of just going home and performing at your best, being at 100 all the time, you also just had your own fears of, okay, I'm around these people touching my face, these people dressing us. We don't know what everybody's doing. Is everybody staying as safe as they possibly can? Or some people just being a little bit lax, thinking it's not that big of a deal? Like, you go through all of those things, and then you're like, well, I hope none of us catch it, because then we can't perform. It's crazy.
But you know, you all had to deal with COVID, and one thing that a lot of people didn't anticipate was death. And a lot of the cast members, you know, from different houses and stuff, they had experiences with losing family members and stuff. So it's just like, what was that like? Because when they experienced that, some people decided to stay, but I think some people decided to leave and go be with family, you know, when it happened.
So the majority of the like family deaths that happened throughout the cast was like in the beginning. It was like when we first got there, we were, I know somebody was like literally as we were traveling there, like in that time period, like that few weeks time period as people were traveling, because everybody didn't come on the same day. During that time period, I know someone's mom had passed and someone had lost a partner, like literally that same time period. And then each within our house, Egypt's second day in quarantine, which was my third day in quarantine, Egypt got their day after me. My third day of quarantine, I get a knock on my door, and I don't know who it is. I didn't order room service or nothing, because like literally, we never got a hotel room key. It was nothing like that. Like, you had to be quarantined because they had to create a production bubble. So as we were in quarantine, I know that nobody but the cast manager should be knocking on my door, and I know I didn't order nothing. They didn't text me and say we were going to stop by or anything. So who is this person knocking at my door? But I'm going to see, because I've been in this room 3 days by myself. So I look and I see that it's my gay mother Egypt, because Egypt is my gay mother, and I'm very good at reading energy from the little glass thing, the little fish hole glass thing. I'm like, I don't open the door, you know, I know I'm not supposed to. So now I'm nervous, thinking that my head just goes to, we getting kicked out. We get whatever it is over, so they paid and we can talk to each other. So I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? And then I just see that Egypt, was very emotional. So I just reach out for a hug, and I'm like, what's wrong? And then that's when he told that his brother had passed. And that his brother was no longer here. So that happened while we were there. Like, and Egypt's birthday was the very next day. So it was just like, you're happy because it's your birthday, you're happy because you're on this show, but then you have this situation that happens, and it just shifts your whole mental space. So that was very tough. And after we all completed quarantine, Egypt had to continue going through that by themselves, like stuck in a freaking box, just stuck in a box, walking around. You only got 4 walls in the bathroom, and you have to sit here and grieve and go through this process in a space that has never been a thing. Ain't nobody been in a pandemic before. Unless you've been in jail, you ain't just sat around the same 4 walls for 3, 4, 5 days and just walked around and paced and not had nothing to do. That's not something that we just sit and do as humans, unless something else is going on. So with Egypt going through that, and then us just being on FaceTime all the time and just trying our best to just be that emotional support for Egypt, it was not draining in a bad way, but it was very draining. Being, we're there for a competition show. We focus on that, but it's given, we can't focus on that right now. We have to be a family and support Egypt. And as we move forward into shooting, we first started shooting, a lot of those first days on set was filled with a lot of emotion. That's why, even in our first episode when we were introduced, our interview, everybody broke down crying. Because it was that was the space we were in,
and we didn't know.
You know what I'm saying? And they didn't. They can't show everything. At that point, it was still 10 houses there, so everybody get 30 seconds. Do with it as you please. So they did their best to capture what was going on, and I think they did really capture the emotion. They captured the support, but behind the scenes, it was we were grieving with Egypt. It was a situation that we were all going through, and don't none of us have nothing to do. We're all in the room by ourselves, so. We're all walking around our rooms with the same energy, just, hoping Egypt's okay, 2 doors down.
And that's what Stasha and Tonka and them were talking about when they were here. They were talking about all the stuff that you all were dealing with, while y'all were there filming the show. And then they said, y'all sit down for these long hour interviews. And then when they show the show, then it's just like a 30-second clip. You're like, girl, what was that?
And
why did I sit down? More.
They paid us even, when you go back and you really watch the show, they gave a lot of the other houses a lot more camera time than the GARCONs. Why? I will never know. We look amazing every time we hit the screen, so we are unforgettable. So
how did y'all look?
Amazing. we look like 10s across the board. It's no shade. That's a part of our house values and core. The brand of each individual person matching the brand of the house. That is our. You ask the people in the ballroom scene, and they'll tell you the house of GARCON. You're looking very good, but that's just that. When you come into the house, you agree to keep yourself together.
Yeah, y'all were breaking a lot of rules. I'm sure y'all were not the only ones. Everybody was breaking the rules because Stasha was here, baby. Stasha was, baby, listen. I was on TV, and they were gonna have me look at any kind of way. I would call. I could go to my house and look under such and send me this. And they said it's gonna be $1,000. I got it.
No, but they said that we can get stuff sent to us. It was a lot of different. People pull stuff from showrooms. When you know what's going on and you've seen things hit the runway, I'd be like, girl, I know the designer. I know who made that. Kudos to you. You pulled it. We live for that. So, that was something we were all doing. One thing I don't play by my shoes. My size is very attainable.
We see.
You know what I'm saying? I can walk in the store and leave out with the shoe. So I was next day in shoes to me next. Oh, Milan, why didn't you ask us? We have shoes. Baby, I seen what's in the back. Look down. I'm gonna next day it. It's okay. It was one episode. If you look into one episode where we walked best dressed, all the boys, me, Stasha, we all got our shoes. We all got our shoes. And Johnny asked on the show, he's like, wait, so you all already have your shoes? You all didn't have your shoes? And we're like, well, yeah, but we're ballroom, you get yourself together. Everybody, you have some girls that, have the privilege of, just being a trophy girl, and the house is going to get you together every time. You just show up to the ball. The makeup artist is waiting for you no matter what time you get there. If you give them 5 minutes, they're going to get you together, and you're going to be out there walking your category. But that's not what any of us personally give in our ballroom careers. Stasha, everything is done, sewn to her. She comes ready. If she do not have a safety pin because she don't need it. Everything is together. You know what I'm saying?
And when I say y'all been breaking all the rules, I'm not talking about just the house of Garcon, because Shannon was talking about how, baby, listen, you're not going to have me looking any kind of way, you know, just because I already know.
He never did my makeup, ever.
Everybody, all the houses that came in here for the show, they said, baby, listen, we had to do what needed to be done to look the way we wanted to look on the show, because first of all, they were talking about, we're going to say this then we're going to break. They were talking about how the people who were like the camera operators and the directors and all of that stuff, they are not ballroom people, so they don't know what shot to capture. It's just like when somebody's over here going off and they got the camera over here on somebody just standing up looking beautiful. It's like, no, you're supposed to capture the moment when they, because this is ballroom.
Yeah. Like what? Like get the people going off. It was so like Simone. What? And this is the thing, Simone Tichy. This is the injustice that they did to her because. She was not the only person that went off on that set. From beginning to end, multiple houses. I had moments, multiple people have moments because we are ballroom girls and we are used to being in control of our image and we're used to being in control of our performance, in control of everything that we bring to that floor. So when other people that know nothing about your community and your culture come in trying to tell you where to be, how to stand, what to do, and then judge you on that because you have to follow the rules, it's given. No, let me get you together real quick. I'm gonna educate you and then take with that and create your formula. Don't just think we want to capture death drop, death drop, death drop. And I say death drop for a reason because that's all they know. That's all they know. They don't know that when somebody's on the floor doing a sickening floor performance, just because the other person is dipping 5 times, you need to get that girl on the floor oozing this thing.
Hello.
They don't understand that.
And then my thing was, and so much for we're gonna say this and gonna break. But my thing was, it's just like there are more categories than Vogue. It is like, yeah, what happened to foot and eyewear? What happened to they got so many different categories. Why does everything have to end up with Vogue?
They could have had so much. Like they just think it's voguing and then runway and then let's throw some face in there. But it's like they really missed the mark.
Yeah,
but
that's why I want to get Jack in here. But every time I call Jack, he sends me the voicemail. So I'm finna go on social media and blast him. I'm finna do a whole hour on just blasting Jack Mizrahi. And Andre Mizrahi, you can tell Jack that it's on the way.
Jack is the founder of the house of Gucci, the gorgeous Gucci.
In the words of Jack, I'm getting ready to carry. I'm just getting myself in holding down right here. WERUradio. We're the home of the urban sound of pride. Welcome to Club Chit Chat with my special guest, the one and only MILAN Garcon. We are getting ready to roll into happy hour. That's right.
Ooh, happy hour. Garcon's gonna be ready for me.
Can I get you anything? You need any water or anything? Do you need the restroom?
Water is always good.
Okay, I'll get you some water.
I just combined those 2 brains because we had wind. That's fine. Like that.
You made it legal. You made it legal. You had did that.
Why go on?
Just go on.
Okay, go on.
Just go on. It's great conversation. Great conversation. So I cut it off.
What are you people in your chat room saying?
They're saying Treve.
Garcon.
Treve.
Garcon.
Do you want room temperature or cold?
Room temperature. Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, she said
wait, no, if you gotta go out the room.
Oh, no, I was gonna go out the room anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. This is my bathroom break here.
Her. Maggie, what?
Yeah.
Put the answers in the comments, y'all. Do that thing. Yes. I think I'm over here eating these cookies. Like I got a pool party to go to tomorrow.
Okay, we gotta talk about the pool party. I'm about to carry off that meal on Lolo, baby.
You going?
I'm hosting.
Period. I bought my ticket with the discount, the Garcon discount. But yeah, when you see me, you gonna be like, nigga.
Oh, when you see me, you gonna be like,
I'm gonna be ready.
I'm already ready.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a good time.
Yes, maybe the last one. Now I can get in the water because the last time I had to leave the pool party and go directly to the airport because I was booked somewhere. I can't remember where I was going. But this time, I don't go until the next day, so I can get in the pool and swim like the fish I am.
And that's what, I got my braids redone. Put it right up in a bun. I'll be in that pool, baby.
Yes, it's so nice. It's right next door to a skating rink.
So, the first pool party, because my house brothers might be throwing it.
Uh-huh.
The first one, thank you so much. It was in like a complex, I think. So this one is at a space. Like where's this?
Same place.
Oh, same place. So what is it? Is it like a
complex.
Okay, so that's what I thought. I was trying to tell my friends that I think it's somewhere else. No, not.
It's the same place. But then they already have another. They're doing another one Labor Day weekend.
Oh, what's the color for that one?
Huh?
What's the color for that one?
I don't know.
The first one was nude. This one black.
And this one is Labor Day. I don't know.
I might. Well, if I really do come for the ball, I'm definitely going to
pool party, baby.
But it's Fashion Week. Like that's going. Fashion Week starts the day of my birthday, in
New York.
Mm-hmm. And the last time I came to, so I always come to Atlanta for Labor Day. But the last time I came for Labor Day, I ended up having to leave a day early because I had a fitting came up out of nowhere.
Oh.
So I'm like a little scared to come and have to leave abruptly. I'm in Atlanta. Auntie.
Do you you have what you call them? She's a model from Pose.
India Moore?
No. What's it called?
Dominique Jackson? Not Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
Dominique Jackson, Electric?
Yeah.
That's actually not gag. That's my Egypt is my gay mother. You know Twiggy Garcon.
Uh-huh.
That's my gay grandmother. And then Dominique is Twiggy's gay mother. So that's my great gay grandmother.
And that's Tommy Ross's daughter, Dominique.
And that's my great. I'm living for the bloodline. That's over.
Okay.
That bloodline is over. It's bad.
Well, I'm here until 6. So you can stay or you can bounce whenever you want to.
I'm chilling. You tell me when to leave.
So whatever you want, you know,
I'm
you're
chilling.
good.
I'm waiting till the garçons be like, girl, they don't go to work till 6. So Yup. You know, my friend house keys, so we out. And they got the spare. I'm out.
Baby, listen. Y'all already know when I be getting.
Oh, was that pork rinds?
Yeah.
Oh my God. My dad used to always eat pork rinds. I did when I was little. I used to live for some pork rinds.
But I love them, but they're so hard, and the older you get, the worse your teeth are.
What was that? What you
pork rind.
Okay, man.
And then they're hard, but they're good.
Pork rinds with some hot sauce.
And they make your breath stink. You want some?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, but I haven't had pork rinds in so long, but I used to eat them every day. But I like the ones that's like, you know, I don't know the brand. They be like a little, I'm gonna say bigger than that, but they be like a little bit like, not fluffier, but just like a little bit bigger than that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you get all your food in your mouth and then soap.
Yeah, people from Cleveland, they have a lot of southern ways, but my dad's whole side of my dad's family from Mississippi.
What part of Mississippi? I lived in Starkville for 2 years.
Once I get off this live, I just asked my dad that question the other day. And it's right there in the text.
Okay.
I have the answer. I was talking to somebody. Now, when I get off my live, I'll say it all. But I was talking to somebody.
You're talking to somebody. You having a conversation.
I be having conversations. I be giving. So we can talk. I will reiterate all of this.
Mm-hmm.
But I really didn't have any space to be talking to boys, but now I feel like you got time. Like
That's what I'm saying.
you got time to entertain some conversations and go on dates and things. Like I'm at the age where I don't want to keep saying that I've never gone through like dating things. Like no, I want to date. I want to go on dates. I'm on a date. We can talk about it. So I went on a date last
well, what
week.
is dating for you? I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, like let's talk about dating.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
Because I just want to date recently, and it's like I want to talk about it because it's
Oh no, I don't get in your personal business.
Oh, let's talk about personal business. Finish off this little truth serum. No. You ain't dropping on the
I've been thinking about the bar 2 weeks ago that you took over with on the island for 2 more weeks. No problem.
Baby, because that first week was all the time. I got you.
Baby, okay, I'm gonna cover up the bottom of the mic. That no, I'm gonna say after. I just say after it's over. Cause I really would now. Him.
No, they might be watching. Don't give him too much. Don't give him too much. Not yet. Don't give him too much. He's 9.
Give him everything.
There's something there. That's how you do that.
Yeah.
There's something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely something there in the back. Put on back there. Like that. There's something there. That's why we need to go to that island. There's something there.
We see your gifting, sir. We see your gifting.
Yeah. The body be out of here. And I'm here for it.
Body out.
Hey, Russell Awareness. Hey, Live Fearlessly.
Yes, you always gotta, balance it.
Oasis I says your makeup is beat.
Thank you so much. Monty did it. She did it, but she did it last night. Then I went to sleep and woke up.
Oh my God. Okay, Just Crew says I need her to shoot for that Scope Colgate Crest endorsement. Something.
What's to do with it? Call them. Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Harry Lyles. How are you, man?
Oh, yeah,
we need to have a conversation, sir.
Oh, my God. Okay, so I muted the live, but...
How do you mute it?
The little mic, somebody just told me. The little microphone right there.
Girl?
Yeah.
Oh, because we can really talk.
So I just muted the live real quick.
So you muted your live,
yeah,
so you can be safe in a safe space.
Yeah.
But she's still here. Okay.
I mean, I shared the link, but I mean, if you doing all that...
You got to get deep into
this conversation is not going to stray you away. If you was going a different live because you think you might be one of the boys that I was talking about because you think that I'm talking about you, so you go to another live, you still not going to leave. You're still going to be here. It's a few period. But the boy is actually, he lives in Mississippi, so that's why I'm keen. Because when I said it earlier, I was going to say, but the boy that I want to date with, he's from, he's in Harlem, so I can't say no location.
I got you.
And that's why I asked my dad, because me and the boy was talking, he was like, from Mississippi. I'm like, oh, my dad's side is from Mississippi. So to ask my dad, where's we from Mississippi?
You gotta check these things out.
So that's why I have the answer for you.
Oh, okay.
That's why I know I can tell you.
That's cute.
But I really don't know. I only ask.
Now, tell me to shut up. I need to shut up, Sophia. But dating for you right now, going in the direction that you're going in, building your platform, you're a celebrity to some people.
To some people,
right? I don't want to blow people up. You know what I mean? If that's not who you call yourself, that's not who you call yourself. You're that girl right now. How do you know when they're not attaching themselves to follow you?
It'd be so clear. It comes right out.
Really?
It comes right out. It's literally all. I'm a conversationalist. I went to school for communication. I didn't even have to because I've been talking my whole life. Like I can literally finish people's sentences before they finish it because I'm big on intent. I'm like I'm thinking about where we start. Where did this conversation start?
Mm-hmm.
What lefts and rights did you take so that I can figure out? Oh, we going over there on that corner, over there on that block. So I see where we going with this. All right. Like that's just how my brain just naturally functions. Cause I like to be in control of the conversation. I like to control people's perceptions of me. That's what I always tell people.
Certainly.
So, so that's something that I know that I do. So I'm always looking like, what are you trying to get at? So that we can figure out, if I even want to go there.
Does that find you reticent, if that's the word, from dating? Does that find you always on guard?
No, what makes me on guard is we got to talk about this. But what makes me on guard is literally a conversation that I had with myself when I was in college, and I looked myself in the mirror. I literally got back from my internship, and it was I interned with Fox twice. So it was the second one where they had me on camera a lot, and I came back and I'm having one of those moments where I'm wiping my makeup off, and I'm literally not in tears, but I'm just I'm just feeling the emotion of just realizing like this is going to be like 94% of your life. So you have to be okay with, and I know the way I chase my bag.
What when you're talking
just
about?
me in my career.
Okay.
Like in my goals that I have. In the talk show. And I'm okay. I will choose over you every time. And I have to be honest with myself. And that's a lot of times why I have shied away from dating, because it's like I know I'm gonna.
They need to be okay with that.
They need to be okay with that. But as I open it up and I'm out there more, I'm meeting people that are just as busy and have just as many goals. And that's where it's like you kind of find like your pros and cons, certain things that you do see in people, like in people. I need somebody that can be as busy as me, but also can be as chill as me at times. You know what I'm saying? I can't have somebody that's just chill and that's very like, you can't be too grounded. Because if you're too grounded, you're going to be like, you just everywhere, you're doing everything, you don't got no time for me.
But I think a grounded person, I say that because I was watching Unsung the other day, and Mona Scott was on there, who I admire and despise at the same time. Don't get into
Mona
it.
Scott?
Yes. I admire and despise at the same time. But she was talking about her husband.
Yeah.
And her husband is so sure of himself, grounded, that he was like, go do that.
I'll take that.
I got the house, I got the kids. We good. I'm your husband. I don't have no problem with that. You do you. And I think to be able to find that and to be where she is in her career.
Yeah.
And have somebody that's like, I ain't Mr. Scott. I'm Mr. Who. She's Mrs. Whoever I am. And I'm good with that. But I'm at the house. We good. Go on, do that. I think that's so rare, and especially since everybody's trying to be that girl and that guy. Yeah. It's harder for you to find that.
Somebody that's not just trying to come and get
Right. And trying to be Mr. Scott, trying to be Mr. Milan.
I'm too okay with being by myself. I feel like now I'm also I'm abstinent because I just feel like I will attach myself to you and you will have to deal with it. So to save me, because I need my energy for my goals in my career, I literally have not dealt with people. I don't hook up. I don't do anything. And I live for everybody that do. I be wanting all the stories, like, go get stuff and me to leave, because I'm chilling. And I know me. We mess around once, twice.
We together.
Not even together, but I want to talk to you. I want to, like, we don't have to be boyfriend, girlfriend. We don't have to be boyfriend, boyfriend. We don't have to be girlfriend, girlfriend. We don't have to be nothing. We can just, if I want to talk to you, I'm going to want to have a relationship with you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be necessarily a, like, exclusive relationship, because, you know, it is 2021. But, no, yes. I don't have the time and the energy to, like, get myself mentally prepared and to keep myself mentally grounded and my spirit cleansed and good. I'd rather just not even be in that space with people, because I know me. I know me. But I'm getting to a place where I'm like, you do have the time, you do have the space, you do have the energy. I don't feel like I'm just like on a hamster wheel anymore. I feel like I'm in a place where I've streamlined everything. I've kind of gone over here, done this.
You're focused.
And I'm way more focused. Like, my focus isn't me running around trying to focus on things. Now my focus has been focused. Like, I have the auto lock on.
Okay, now.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
y'all,
like,
ladies and gentlemen, this is lessons. This is free right here. This is free.
Okay, dropping gems. I feel like, and the auto lock is gonna I'm gonna have to readjust it. It's gonna defocus. But I'm addicted to the journey. So I feel like now a part of my journey is, you know, being more vulnerable with that side. And I'm also not a very vulnerable person, so I've been, and Legendary definitely made me more vulnerable, because I was forced to face, like, literally, like, just face things, because of course.
Now when we come back, this is not my show, but it is, but it's not.
I want to talk about everything about this.
That's what I want to talk. I want to talk about that.
No,
but
I want to say, just like I said it the first time, you're like, you're crazy.
No, that's
you're nuts.
So lost in transition. I'm so here with you, but no. I'm the same way. I just, when the camera comes back on, I want to know the kiki, the kaka, the secrets that we didn't hear and or see on Legendary.
Yes.
How you felt about the judges?
It was so many.
How you felt about the judges for real?
I will tell y'all. They cut out that episode with Tiffany Haddish, baby. They cut out so much. I got this thing together. Right there.
It seems that several of y'all.
And then she got up on her chair, and I was giving very much Now, the thing, I'm only 120 pounds too, so.
What?
You don't want to come this way.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I had
Okay,
to,
don't tell them all. Don't tell them all.
I had to catch myself like, oh, girl, you was on Candy Camera, mind you. Naomi, everybody looking like, and Naomi, she knows all of us from this.
And then she like, bitch, please don't do it. Bitch, please don't do it.
Naomi is looking at me because she
knows a lot of that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi was like, Milan, it's okay, baby. And it just
pulled it back in.
Even made it. She was,
so is Naomi?
Now
I'm gonna ask you this on camera. You don't have to answer. Is Naomi really that girl for y'all, or is she that girl on camera?
No, she's that girl for us. Like,
okay.
I just think that the ballroom scene reflects a different image of Naomi than what she gets to reflect when she gets to present herself on camera and major platforms. But it's one of those situations where it's always going to be a group of girls that be trying you when you're that girl. You know, at anybody in any industry, any femme queen, anybody, any icon in this thing, it's all you always gonna have a group of girls. Just like Stasha can probably go down the list of, and she made that a part of her story. Like the ballroom scene didn't see it for her when she first started with the gowns and everything. But now you can't walk face without looking like a.
I still don't see it for her.
Well, I
but I have one girl high over her and Raquel many times.
Stasha, come on the line. I think it's carrying.
Baby, that was not. Nobody could put her in Raquel.
We used to have to be in the cookout right now, Stasha. Her version of the story. Come on here and tell the story.
Well, I'm telling the truth. I'm not giving the Republican version. I'm giving the Democratic version. The truth.
Oh, this is the Democratic version. We love that. Sometimes they can be a bit radical, you know.
Oh no, I was like I've always been an obstacle.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Girl, when I hit the scene, honey, but my third time, when I came, like first couple times, they didn't know I was coming. But the third time when I came, they said, oh, bitch, we're going to have to label her the secret weapon.
Yeah, that's over. That's over. No shit.
Now, when you do this live, will it just let you do the 2 hours and you can save it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Even if it cuts off, you can still save it.
Okay.
Like you can, if you have enough space on your phone. I think once it gets to a certain point, I don't have the option to save it anymore because I think my phone doesn't have that much memory.
But so it won't save on your Insta?
No, but you can still post
upload
it to
it.
Instagram.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so you can recaption it, put you in the thumbnail on it.
And that's on IG?
IGTV.
IGTV? Oh my God, I'm on IGTV.
We're live.
Diva Michelle says she is beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much, Diva. Thank you. You want to thank you? Oh my goodness.
This is our sister right here.
Who's this? The big one. That one, You know, she just wrote a play with Kurt Carr. There's a musical, and Deborah Cox is going to be in it.
Oh, the gospel and the R&B.
Sanctuary is the name of it.
Oh! Somebody come and get that comb and come scratch Andy's scrap. Come scrap Andy's scrap.
Oh, baby.
Come scratch Andy's scalp.
I'm going to end this live in 5 minutes because I want to give Facebook a little bit of time.
Oh, wow.
That's cute.
Yes, I have to,
I'll do the same thing. I'm learning.
Yeah, but Instagram gives me more love, so I'll always give them first dibs. Instagram, they be showing out for go. Thank you for clicking the badge. You know, make sure you turn your badges on.
How you do that?
That's how it's the live.
Girl!
You gotta do it when you start. I'll show you before we leave. You got
yeah, that's how they give you money, girl. They give you money now.
I don't go live on Instagram.
You gonna go live a bit more.
Yeah, you get paid directly.
Once they pay you. And it's muted. It'd be like milestones that you can hit. So it's like
so they set it up like Bigo, basically.
Basically, it's set up like Bigo now because everybody is figuring like, well, bitch, they doing this shit everywhere. I'm gonna let you be able to do it here. So people can tip me basically when I say click a badge, and they're tipping me like I have $14 in tips right now. But I'll probably just hit my 4th milestone, which is a $200 milestone. Is that I had to go live 4 weeks in a row. Go live once with the badges, like monetize my live once a week for at least 15 minutes. That milestone was $200, but I already completed the $100 one and the $150.
So you get $200 for completing that milestone?
Yes, period.
Bitch.
So that's why I be live a lot. I never used to go live on Instagram. And so they were like, oh, you can monetize your live. Well, I'm going to monetize when I'm going to go live.
Yeah, because I didn't either. Because I was always scared of it. I was going to mess it up, not do it right.
Yeah, no, get on there. Like right now, I think,
well,
yeah.
You say, okay, I'm on YouTube.
And you don't
just
have to do
cash
that
at me.
Yeah. No, they sending you on there too.
Yeah, they send me that's some what they call it?
That's over.
On YouTube.
You done made more than me. Yeah.
Well, that's good because sometimes we would have. Sometimes I would go live on. I would say, well, let's just go live on your live.
Yeah.
Then we had that echo. So now I know we can just mute that.
It's going to be live on IGTV.
1 minute 30 seconds.
Hey, Tonka.
Talk on there. Hey, Tonka.
Oh, yeah. So you just said I couldn't save it, but that's
Tonka. Sister, I want you to come out and hang up. Come up here and hang up. Just like Milan did today. By yourself. Tonka live here, honey.
Is he in Atlanta? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Tonka, you don't have no excuse. When you feel better, baby, get better first.
On me.
Okay, so that's
and what's called drink.
So now what do you do? Okay, so I'm gonna stop our live because I'm learning how to do this.
30 seconds.
Well, maybe not.
I was about to say because I'm already moving on to Facebook.
Never mind.
We about to start it.
We'll just keep it there.
You said 30 seconds.
Yes. Now it's 23.
Oh yeah.
Let's take it
live.
out.
Now we're live on Facebook. Hey Facebook, we live.
Well, I have my glasses. I have my spits on.
Oh Jesus. Stop it, show, wait.
Welcome back to Club Chit Chat with your DJ Miss Sophia right here on WERUradio. WERUradio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride, baby. Yes, we are. I'm in here with my very special guest, my niece, all the way from the house of GARCON, Milan GARCON. Hey, girl.
Hey, Auntie, what's good?
You got it, honey. You are in here. You and George doing the break. Y'all are talking and talking and talking. Got all these conversations going on. These people can't hear these conversations out in Radio Land, but guess what? Welcome to Club Chit Chat's happy hour, everybody. That's right, it's happy hour. Get your smoke on, get your drink on, get your pills on, get your freak on, get your infused Rice Krispies on, and get your edibles on because everything is legal right here in Club Chit Chat during our happy hour. Yes, ma'am, it is, honey. Hey. Now, George and Milan were talking off the air, and he was asking you about some of the things that, the good, the bad, the ugly that was going on, on the show Legendary that we weren't privy to. And you said that the Tiffany Haddish episode, you went off on Tiffany Haddish.
I won't say I went off, but I got her together.
You go hold her together?
I had to.
And what is getting her together?
Telling her don't talk over my house, mother.
Oh.
I had to pause everything real quick and get her. Because, I mean, as you can see, and as they said on the show, she was full. She was having a good time. The judges have cups and,
and then Shannon brought that up too. Shannon brought it up, and Shannon even said that she feels like Tiffany Haddish owes everybody an apology.
She does. She owes the entire scene an apology for coming and feeling it on our time.
Right, and then it's just like, and then Shannon talked about how she was like drinking and was a little full.
No. She was full boots. Like she was full when she got there. And you can even see just like because I look so much deeper into the situation. Like communication is body language, it's verbal. It is also mental. Like you can shoot somebody some energy without even changing your body, doing anything. It could be a blink. And like you can tell like Naomi's energy, she was giving very much, I'm over here in my chair because the thing is carrying. The thing was carrying. She just, by the time it got to the end of the episode, and she had seen everything that she wanted to see, I guess, she had already chosen the people that she, I guess, enjoyed. Because when we came out, a lot of stuff that they don't show, when we came out, and it was time for her to break the tie, because Naomi literally says, well, let's tie it up. Like,
and I didn't like that. She said,
well, let's tie it up. And, that happens in Ballroom, though. You will literally see, it'll be one judge, she's going to tie it because she don't want to.
She don't want to get the heat.
She don't want to catch the heat. She don't want to. But I'm not saying that was, Naomi's necessarily. That's why she did it. But all I know is that she said, "I'm gonna tie it up."
But anytime anybody do that, I feel that's what they're doing.
Well, I mean, There it is. But when it got to Tiffany, the way it was more so like she just wanted to break the House of Garcon down. Like, why would y'all be out here? I like them. Y'all need to do what they doing. Y'all didn't do nothing. That was trash. Do y'all want it? And it just kind of really. It was just like, you're just here to put it, like, you're so lit. Mm-hmm. You're just putting us down. You're not even just, you could just focus on them and say how good they were and just give them your vote.
Hello.
But you are talking to the team that you're not voting for, telling them why you're not voting for them. And nobody asked you. In Ballroom, nobody's going to tell you why they didn't vote for you unless you try to storm the panel and you ask, and then they might give it to you.
But to be honest, I don't think she was the only one that did that to the Garcon. I think that it happened a lot. And not just because, Stasha's my friend and blah, 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 but it's just like, I felt like you all were supposed to win a couple of challenges that you didn't win. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like, it was obvious because I think, what's his name? Law. He did it to you all one time. He gave you all these wonderful critiques, and it's just like the performance was this and this and that and da 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 da, and then it was time for him to give y'all a score. He said, and I'm gonna give you all a 9.
Yeah.
And it's just like that was when you all, should have won that challenge.
That Hollywood challenge. I was in the air. It was 50 Stasha's dancing with Stasha on the stage. The best, like. Tati and Stasha had the same silhouette, and he also mentioned that with Tati's silhouette. And it's like, well, if two girls got on here with this silhouette saying that it was 1920s and 1930s, well, maybe you kind of just didn't see that silhouette when you think of the 20s and 30s era. But clearly it was there because it's not like one person just missed the mark. Now you have multiple people here giving you this silhouette, so it clearly must be a silhouette that was in the 20s and 30s. But we were robbed that.
But one thing I can say is this: when Stasha was here, and then Shannon was here. One thing that they did clear up for us is just like, because we are watching the show at home, you all are doing the show. But one thing that they did clear up for us, they was like, you have to remember, it's a show.
Yeah.
So that a lot of stuff that they're doing has nothing to do with Ballroom. It's just what's going to make the best show.
Yeah.
So they did some stuff for the show.
Absolutely.
It's like, oh, okay.
If you're a judge, and I know they say, nobody interferes, nobody influences the judges, but if you have an earbud in your ear, and clearly they're telling you something that they can't say over the loudspeaker.
And not only that, I feel like, coming from radio, I feel like there was some payola involved. I feel like there were some contestants or some people from different houses. They already knew where they were lacking, and they already, them paid the judges.
See, I don't feel like it was necessarily paid, only because the legals that are involved in see, they always try to talk about, certain people had contracts because they have agents and agencies. I don't boost and put stuff out there, but I do have an entertainment lawyer. Mm-hmm. I do have an agency. I have somebody that is reading my contracts before I just sign them. I don't just sign anything. I would not. But I'm also not about to read 50 pages of a contract either. Stuff. My stuff was reviewed, and you can't. It's certain things that you literally can't do now. What people may have done, you will never know.
Yeah.
You will never know how far somebody went to do whatever they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. But just me being there, it did sometimes seem like past relationships were influencing certain things in past working relationships, because at the end of the day, we are in 2021, and my hashtag is get the money, friend.
Hello.
Okay.
And we just coming out. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and people haven't been working.
What I'm saying? So the fact that somebody might be about their bag and go about it certain ways, listen, do you, but it's only going to be one house that wins.
Do you, but don't do me.
Oh, that was over. Do you, but baby, don't do me.
But I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, hold it down right here. We are WERUradio. WERUradio. We're the home, the urban sound of pride. This next song is called. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. What is the next song, Niece? Tell them what I'm getting ready to play.
The next song is
Top
and Bottoms.
What's your pronoun?
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm done.
Oh my goodness, that is a kid.
Yeah, girl. It's just like, I hear what you're saying, but child, they have things you can't do, honey. They got that payola stuff in the radio, but they was doing it on the table, honey.
But I agree with you. Looking at the show, even the edited version, I wasn't there, but you could tell, like you said, you could tell when certain people came out on the stage how their reactions were and how they were more favorable to certain contestants. And I think as a judge, and I know it's hard to be impartial when you have a friendship or you have a relationship or you have some past experiences with people. But I think that you should try hard not to, at least not to expose it. And we saw it a lot. Now, one thing that, and
it was the point where Megan has to come over. That lady ain't never been on our side of the production. She only be on one stage in her room. She literally came over, had a conversation with us before one show, and gave. I know it's been like a lot of talks and gossip and rumors. She didn't say gossip and rumors, but that's what it was given. I'd have heard the rumors that I'd be a favorite towards Honey because I work for her and we be keen on social media and whatever. That's not what it's given. Everybody just standing there
looking like girl.
Like, girl, we trying to get ready because you still.
And then you say it. You just said it a couple episodes. They done put it out there. You said it. It's just like, honey. And then she had a couple. Because when Dro came out there for body, she got moist. I'm like, girl.
Make it.
Now for you, was that, and we've asked this question. We asked this question to everybody. But for you, having somebody like a Megan or Demi Lovato or who's
it? Saved our life.
Didn't she though? So we ain't gonna diss her. But having people that aren't necessarily attached to Ballroom or experienced with or even been to a damn ball.
Yeah.
Was that hard for y'all to stand up there and listen to that criticism? Because I know Law has been there, is involved. I know Leonie.
Law came to a ball too.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. So he was or two. I feel you. Yeah. And I hear that Jamila Jamil has been to a ball or two. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe overseas. I don't know.
Right. But how did that feel sitting there listening to those critiques and you're like, you don't even know what you're talking about?
Well, being an audience member for season 1, just like watching the show, I saw the difference between season 1 and season 2. Season 1, I really felt like that. Season 1, I was giving, y'all not even in the scene. Y'all don't know what y'all looking at. Y'all don't know what y'all talk about. Y'all don't know none of that. Let me know if y'all can hear me or not, because I feel like everybody y'all can hear me. But season 2, I could tell Naomi was doing her due deals as a judge, giving, this is what this ball is calling for. This is what y'all need to be looking for. This is what it should look like. I feel like they reviewed a lot more clips, like as far as like doing their research and knowing how a certain category should look. Not the virgin. I feel like when the virgin category came about, they just wanted to see still full out everything in this given virgin category means this is person's first time ever doing this.
Whatever that
category is. And normally it's virgin performance or virgin runway. You don't normally have like virgin realness or like anything, but yeah. So it was a tea. It was a tea, but I didn't necessarily feel like that this season because they did a better job on the judge judging on their expertise. Like Naomi was the performance judge, so if you peep the other, like Megan would talk about energy because she's a performing artist. She was talking about energy, and Jamila was always confused with the fucking chaos.
She was. I felt like Jamila.
To her for a lot of reasons.
I think Jamila was trying to be the fairy godmother.
Yes.
I think that's who and I get it. I just want people to like
being a pledge.
Yeah. She was trying to be liked. I felt her. I felt her energy the whole time. Like, you don't want nobody to be mad at me. I'm not from here, so I don't want to piss nobody off. So I get it. I got her from the beginning. I got her.
I feel the whole thing. I understand why they have the Megan Thee Stallion because of her following. You want to bring that to the show. But I think
baby, just crew you all in it, baby. I love you. You have to come to the station one day. He talks about Tiffany Haddish, and then he says, Law was cold too. Tiffany, it was not called for. She was trying to encourage the best out of them and to bring it.
I feel like they already had that with Megan. They're trying to pull from her audience.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think they need it from Adam Lambert. They don't need it from.
But if you,
Tiffany Haddish, they don't need it from such.
Neo was on there.
Nico.
Oh yeah.
Nico from
his energy was amazing. Amazing, yes. I know that Adam has been in a lot of balls, so I was cool with Adam, I was cool with Tiffany. I mean, not Tiffany. I was cool with you just said the child name. Taraji, because I know Taraji. She's from the community. She's cool with them, and of course Nico. I thought those were the only the guest judges that were qualified to sit there and break a decision. For the Demi Lovato and whoever the other people were to come and break the tie. I mean,
I feel like Naomi should always be the tiebreaker because when she's an icon in performance, and the only time that you have to break a tie is when the last battle, which is a voting performance.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that because, like we're saying.
But it shouldn't be up to the guest judge.
People gonna be mad at her when she go to the ball. Like she come here for Labor Day for the ball, and everybody boo.
Well, it's not like she ain't going out and walking.
But here's the. I think you have a good point because I think
walking, but just being in the building when they're introducing the icon, like they're introducing them at the beginning, they just walking on the stage introducing. Then I see legendary.
Yeah.
Girls get on that stage, they boo her, honey.
For some reason, I don't think Naomi cares about LSS and stuff. If she really do, I feel like she hides it well. But I be feeling like.
But back to your point when we were talking about breaking the tie. It should be somebody that's consistently there. They have seen all of the performances up to this particular point. Mm-hmm. So if we're going to nitpick and we're going to break a tie, then this guest judge has not seen the full performances. They have not seen the weeks before.
They breaking the tie on what they saw.
That's just the last battle.
But I don't think that's how it should be.
But see, that's Ballroom.
That's how Ballroom does.
That's how Ballroom is.
Yeah, and then that's what What's found about. She said, well, I'm going to vote for such because I think they have potential. She said, no, you don't vote on what you think they have potential. You vote on what they brought on the stage now. But like you go and you have this conversation with this judge about, no, you don't give them your vote because you feel like they have potential to be in the competition. They can win the whole thing. You vote on what happened on the stage. And then you have this conversation, but then the very next episode, you go and you do the opposite. You don't vote on what you see on stage because that's when Law, they told Honey, well, you done went off on the wardrobe people and them people back there and you talking about your shoes and and I'm gonna give y'all a 7.
For that, I thought Law was so fucking wrong.
But then what happened to the judge?
Is that Ballroom too?
Yeah, that's Ballroom. You have girlfriend panels and sometimes it'd be like, girl, you shaded my house daughter that made her effect the last time that you wore.
30 seconds.
So now I'm gonna chop you when you come out for your 10s, or I'm gonna vote. Maybe I'm gonna chop you. I might just vote over you. But I won $1,000 over a legend. So if you vote like, oh, this person's legendary, so I'm gonna get it because this is for $1,000. That's not fair to me. But I went over them that night.
Back when I first moved to Atlanta, they had me judge the ball. I ain't know nothing about it.
Did they want to beat you up after the show?
Yeah, they wanted to.
But they knew better.
Facebook don't be giving me no life.
Facebook is. Unless you're knitting
legends. Can I see Garcon? Can I see Milan? Can I see Stasha? Can I see Tonka? Can I see Hey, welcome to Club Chit Chat with your DJ Miss Sophia right here. We are your radio. We're the home, the urban sound of pride. I'm your girl, Miss Sophia. Welcome to Club Chit Chat's happy hour. Everybody, my special guest, the one and only Milan. Garcon.
Oh,
Milan. Garcon. Milan.
Yeah.
Garcon.
Yes.
Milan. We was in here talking off the break, honey. During the break, honey. George, you have any more questions you want to ask? You have a whole lot of questions you want to ask.
I just have conversations. I like to conversate.
What's the question you want to ask? What you want to ask now?
Oh, gee whiz. I'm on the spot. I'm on the spot now. Well, one of the questions I was asking you off.
Ladies, that's all the time. No, what was the question?
Well, we were talking about, because now you've been on Legendary and now your platform is growing with the show on Jacked. And now I'm gonna have to explain to my husband, baby, but I want to see the podcast. So I ain't be able to tell my husband why I'm on Jacked. I don't want to see he ain't gonna believe that. But anyway, now that you have your podcast on Jacked, how is it in the dating world for you? When how do you know when that person is stepping to you to date Milan or date Milan, the performer?
Milan from Legendary.
Right.
Dating I'll start with I just became okay with dating. Again, I never really went through a dating phase where I just like went on dates, got to know people, just tried to, really get in tune with what was for me. It was more so in college. I had a boyfriend and we broke up when we were in college, and then I had another boyfriend in college and we broke up like right before I graduated college. And since then, I just haven't gone back into the dating space, and that was when I was 22. So it's been years since I've even thought about dating somebody, and I'm just now okay with like, okay, I might have a little bit of time and energy because I'm a very focused person. Like I'm gonna choose over you every time. And I would prefer to not put anybody in that space or not to come off as selfish or, just using somebody until, I just move on. And it's like I'm not that person. I respect people way too much. So I'm just going to stay away from the dating scene. I'm just going, like, I'm abstinent everything because I will get connected to you. Then I will put my energy, my time and energy into you that I need to be putting into my career and my goals.
Mm-hmm.
I will put that into you because it's given. Well, we don't got to be exclusive, but at least when I have a relationship with you, like, I'm not necessarily a hookup person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not just going to leave it at that. And I don't have time for that. And I don't have the energy for that. But now I'm kind of figuring, like, I got no time, I got no energy, so let's date, and let's sit there.
That cat needs purring.
So I guess the next question would be, when Milan is looking for the potential whoever, what does that look like? What do they need to bring to the table? And I guess you don't want to put it all because she says you shouldn't tell it all because they're going to bring it and it's not really what they're bringing, what they're really serving. But just an overview.
But I mean, that's an honest question, and my honest answer is there's no, at least for me right now, because I'm just jumping into the dating pool for the first time in my life. Like in high school, I didn't date, I wasn't out.
Mm-hmm.
So like this is the first time that I've like acted on crushes and have actively dated, not just been in a like seeing somebody like me, we got in a relationship and then broke up. Like this is my first time. I'm like, I'm single and dating, and I need everybody to know I'm single first, dating second. So like being in that space, I don't really have a I don't really have.
You don't have a list.
I don't have a list. I don't have a type. It might develop, it might come, but for right now, it's given. Bring your best of whatever you got.
And you're really operating off energy.
Yes, operate off energy and intent. I know if you just want to talk to me because of clout, which is like weird because I don't view myself as the type of person to have the clout to give other people clout. So you're gonna be upset with yourself because you're not gonna be able to get the clout off me because I don't know how to give you the clout. I don't know what to do to get you. I don't know. So that's not gonna work. So I'm big on intent, and I can tell I talk too much. I have too many conversations. I'm too into the dialogue, body language, every form of communication that you probably didn't even know that you've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too in tune with that for you to get something over my head just because you want to be in the picture with me. It sounds weird to say, but yeah.
I love your personality. I love you. And I'm so glad we had this opportunity to just sit down and just conversate.
Yes,
you
conversate.
And it's just like you talked about you want to do a talk show. And then I went Maddie, T.S. Madison, she talked about she want to do a talk show. And then Laverne Cox want to do a talk show. And I'm like, well, why don't y'all get together?
And Angelica Ross.
Angelica Ross, yes. You, Angelica Ross, T.S. Madison, Laverne Cox. That is the talk show.
That is the show. That's the panel I want to see.
I would throw Miss Thang in there, but I don't think she'd bring it. I think she'd be like,
Ooh. Who you think?
My homegirl.
Who?
One of the producers of Pose.
Miss Mock?
Yeah. Look.
Auntie, we can. I live for Miss Mock. I've been in the same room with her a few times. I actually interviewed her on the red carpet, and just from interviewing her, I think she would be a fab guest that people always expected to see.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she would have a place in that space where it's like, those people that always be on the episodes because they speak on a certain topic or like that part of the industry.
Regular.
Yeah, like she could be like a series regular. But I think
what she would bring, I think the dynamic that she would bring to the show is because she was working with the magazine.
Yeah.
And it's just like all those connections that she had through that magazine.
She was definitely the center seat. She was the center seat.
Yeah, so it's just like, and then with T.S. Madison, because the way she builds her following up from the ground up, and then you, and then Angelica Ross. Angelica Ross is doing so much right now. And then Laverne Cox, Laverne Cox has opened many doors. Yes. You know, a lot of people looked at her when she first said she wanted to be an actress. I remember Laverne Cox when Laverne Cox was on the show with Diddy's first reality show, Making the Band or whatever, working for Diddy or whatever. And then she was on there and she was like, you know, I want to be an actress. And then she hadn't did all the work and went through the transformation and all that stuff. So it was just like, even I was laughing at Laverne Cox when she said that she wanted to do. But then Laverne Cox made me come back and eat that laugh up on, because she said, here I am now. Now who is the joke on?
Orange is the new black baby.
And who's been in Beyonce? I love Beyonce. I love it. Who'd have been in Beyonce's present?
Yeah, Laverne.
And me.
The girl. You know, I'm next. I'm only 4 days away from Beyonce. Their birthdays are 4 days apart. 4 is her favorite number. I'm not saying much. I'm just telling you the real tea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But listen, every time George is here, we never get to do the birthdays.
You can do them now.
We're supposed to do the birthdays.
You have time.
The first break. The celebrities that are celebrating their birthday today, girl.
I don't celebrate their birthday.
So I don't know, because George here, we don't get to do birthdays when he's here. But we're going to go on and let the guests always do our birthdays. Now you see, BOTD means born on this day, they're no longer here.
Oh, okay.
That number in the circle, that's what birthday they're celebrating today.
Oh, you want me to say the girl's ages is?
Yes, their age, their name. Baby. Yeah, it's all on you. I'm going to sit over here and eat my cracklings.
Not Prince George's 8. All right, so I want to give a happy birthday to Selena Gomez. She's turning a beautiful 29, girl. Still last year in your 20s. Make it cute. Make it count, Miss Thing. Prince George is also celebrating a birthday. That little baby is 8 years old. That is so cute.
How light is his skin?
How light is his paper I'm holding?
They want to know how dark Archie's skin is going to be. How light is his skin?
Prince George is a nice shade of beige. We love that. Ezekiel Elliott is 26.
Football player.
Oh, yes. Breezy is celebrating their 34th birthday. Happy
rapper. Breezy, she was on Empire and Star.
Yes.
Empire and Star.
Yep, both of them. You know, she loved a side bang, a little swoop bang. We love that.
But and speaking of Breezy, she is another one that when I first saw her on Empire, I was like floored, because I used to work with her at this club called Scores, and a lot of different clubs with the lesbians that I worked with lesbians. She was always the one that was on the show. She was, you know, like lip sync, pantomime, and all that stuff. And then it's just like she was talking about she wanted to be a rapper. She wanted to rap. And baby, when I saw her on that Empire, I was like, oh my God. And then a lead role?
Okay.
Come on, Breezy.
She was eating it, no shade. Shout out to you, Breezy. Happy birthday, baby. Keith Sweat is 60 years old, but maybe you never know it. You can come sweat on over here because it's real hot.
Who gonna be over at his house for his birthday party?
Me.
Nobody. Nobody.
Yo, I'm coming. Make sure nobody else come. All right now. Nia Riley is turning 32. Oh yes. Danny Glover, the tender age of 75.
That's me, honey. If I take this unit off, everybody say you look like a young Danny Glover.
Yes. Heavy on the young. You better put that in. A young Danny Glover, because Danny Glover is turning 75.
Then I told my mom. I told my mom, because even when I'm going through the airport, and then you know, like people of different nationalities, honey, they come up to me, they say, you mind if I say something? You remind me of somebody. They say, anybody ever tell you look like? I say Danny Glover. They say, yes, you look like Danny Glover. And then I tell my mom, I told my mom, I said, I was at the airport, and they say I look like Danny Glover. Then some people say I look like Danny Glover. She said, well, tell him he ain't your dad.
Oh my God. All right, George Clinton, happy 80th birthday.
Yeah, get your hair fixed.
Baby. Today's the only day that you need to get it together. We would love to see it. Send us a picture.
No, he's a legend. He's 80 years old.
Oh, yeah. That's an icon.
Yeah, somebody check on him.
You know why. Keyshawn Johnson is turning 49. Yes. When the last time you played a game?
Child, he played football.
No, I know. But when's the last time?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
49, honey, he came down in the kneeling position.
Okay. Oh. Break it down for me. Stevie Johnson is turning 35. Mm-hmm. Yes. Steven Jackson is turning 38. And Tim Brown is turning 55. The NFL is turning all these birthdays today.
All the birthdays. The NFL usually have all of them, and the NBA.
Yes, absolutely. Oscar de la Renta.
Fashion.
Oh, yes. Fashion. Rest in peace, you icon.
He not dead.
They say BOTD.
His fashion's dead. No. Oh, bitch. No, because I didn't see nobody fixing this stuff.
This is why you gave me the paper.
No, man, because I didn't see nobody wearing none of his stuff on Legendary.
Well, you know.
No, but seriously, baby, Oscar De La Renta, he is deceased, honey, but his fashions live on.
Yeah.
Baby, the rich white women, they wear that stuff still, honey. The Republicans, that's all they wear. Oscar De La Renta.
Oh. But it's no shade. If you was walking labels, you came up and everything is Oscar De La Renta, I bet the way you say it, because you know it's also the way you say what labels you're. Yes.
Oscar De La Renta.
My panties. My glasses. My weave. My lotion. You know, it just goes.
Jergens.
Johnson. And last but not least, happy birthday to the music director, Benny Boom. You are right in the middle. Give it half and half. Happy 50th birthday.
Hello.
Oh, yes.
He worked with Nicki Minaj and a lot of baby Benny Boom. Oh, I know he's going to have a nice celebration.
Oh, yes. You'll have a good old time.
Yes, it has been real.
And it's been fun.
And we have to run.
I love that one.
Awesome. You are so great at this. I want you to get your own show, and your podcast is on Jack.
Yes, it's on Jack, streaming also on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Spotify. The pilot is out right now, and the season is coming soon.
All your social media.
Milan Garcon, MILANGARCON.
Now, you're on TikTok.
Oh, yes, Milan Garcon on there, too. And they like me on TikTok.
I can't get with TikTok.
I couldn't either, but they gave me 10K followers in a month. I went viral on TikTok with a video. You know what I figured out on TikTok? What? They don't want... take your wig off, take your lashes off, put on your house clothes, and just key with the people. That's what they want. They don't want quality content. They just want to laugh. They just want to laugh. They just want to be with you. It's like this weird space of like constantly just... You can't overpost on TikTok. It's weird.
They want you to be your authentic self.
Yeah.
That's what I do on YouTube.
Okay.
And then it's just like all of the other social media platforms that come along. Like everybody will say, "Oh, you'll be so good. Oh my God, you already have a built-in following, honey. All you gotta do is just download the app. You need to go on Bigo.
I can't.
You need to go on Tico. You need to go on TikTok. You need to go on." I said, "Baby, listen. I'm trying to get to the radio station, and now that the world has opened back up, and I have a little booking every now and then I'm trying to be on YouTube." I said, it's hard for me to get on YouTube because I used to go on YouTube every day.
Really?
Every day. When I first started, I used to do it every day, and I used to do the entertainment report on YouTube. Because once I left the other radio station, then I started doing it on my own on YouTube. Yeah. So then I came over here, and it's just like, it's too much to go on there every day. And then I'm not the type of person that I can get on there, and I can get off in 30 minutes or an hour.
Yeah.
Sometimes I fall asleep on my YouTube, and my hyenas, the laughing hyenas, they just keep the conversation going. I wake up and they still in there.
In the comments, Ken.
And then, Matt is talking about, Sophia, you was on YouTube for 4 hours, you on YouTube for 5 hours, just like, yeah, that's what we do. We just
get on there and key, have a good time, take naps, do the thing.
Yeah.
Do what else too.
So you're here because I'm hosting a pool party, and you're going to be at the pool party tonight.
I'm holding the pool party.
There comes that Jack, I know.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, the pool party is tomorrow, and it's from 8 to 12.
I was going to say until.
It is going to turn into until. Now, listen, the last time I hosted the pool party, I can get in the water because I had to go to the airport to catch a flight out of here. I got another bucket somewhere. I think it was in Jackson or Memphis, one of those. But baby, I don't leave until Saturday going to Jackson Mississippi to host a birthday party. So I'm getting in the water. I'm getting in the water.
We're going to be in the water. I'm going to put my hair up in the bind, and I'm getting in the water, too.
I'm going to put my hair in a bag.
Make sure that bag is secured, okay? I'm just telling all the boys, don't even speak to me. Just pick me up and throw me in the water. Or pick me up and let's jump in.
Can you swim?
Yeah. Yeah, oh yes, I can swim like a fish.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, I'm a shark in those waters. You better watch out.
Okay.
I will be swimming below the surface.
I'm telling you, I love me some you, honey. I wish you lived
I love
here.
you.
You'll be here every day.
I walk from Marietta every day.
Oh my God, a hot mess, honey. But I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, honey. Hold it down right here. We are WERUradio with my special guest, MILAN Garcon. I want you to know that Club Chit Chat Happy Hour has been brought to you by GARCON Academy. You resolved to start a new career this year, but you haven't done it yet. What are you waiting for? GARCON Academy can set you on a path to a life-changing education or a life from the comforts of wherever you are in 9 months. You could be a certified medical coding expert and earn up to $60,000 a year. So why don't you give GARCON Academy a call at 866-553-2928. That's 866-553-2928. Or go to icodesacademy.org. That's icodes with an S, academy.org. All right. I'm so glad we had this time together. Just to sing a song or share a laugh or two. And before you ever know it, comes the time for us to show it. And we have to say to each other, so long. Listen, I want you to be blessed. I want you to be a blessing, but more importantly, I always want you to be yourself because no one else could be you but you. They can only be a carbon copy of you, but a carbon copy is never better than the original. And you, my Lefanaina, my Macintosh family, my We Are WERUradio family, my Manamar, my Beehive, my Bars, my Divas, my girls, my tennis, my beautiful people, and my Flamettes. You are all originals. And until tomorrow, I'm out. Don't forget to check out DJ Baker. He'll be here from 7 to 10 playing all the hottest R&B artists in hip-hop and R&B in the LGBTQI plus community, the raw uncut version. You don't believe me? Join me at 7 p.m. I'm out! Bye, Milan! Bye! Them boots are made for walking.
And that's just what they'll do.
One of these days, these boots are gonna
walk all over you.
In Marietta.
Okay.
Hey guys that had the opportunity to tune in. We're gonna say goodbye. Have a good one. Thank you.
The cat poppers over here. So shout out to the cat poppers. Now Miss Sophia knows without y'all.
Cat poppers.
Yes, the kitty
cat.
We be popping cat.
Cat hoppers.
We pop cat over here.
I gotta put y'all on the list.
Yes, we pop the coochie cat.
Oh, what did they tell me Rihanna people were?
The Navy.
Cat poppers.
Cat poppers. That's me. Poppaaz. And cats is with a K. Katz.
Spell it again.
Katz. And then
poppers.
Poppaz.
Oh.
Yes, the cat poppers.
Poppers. And Rihanna of the Navy?
Yep, Rihanna Navy. I'm good. Saviana's on the live. Yes, me and Auntie Sophia was just king for
carrying.
I was carrying.
I was carrying. Oh my God, you carry, Milan.
Yeah, you know, we have to do what we have to do.
Yeah,
bring the views in.
Now I'm gonna have to get you on the morning show.
Let's do it. Listen, I come down for booking.
Come on, you come.
Come on.
Hola.
Hi.
Don't forget to give me.
Yeah, because I know my friend will be giving me number 9.
I do. Lies. He be scared
I'm
of me.
good, Saviana. So now what you doing? I'm gonna go to happy hour. I'm gonna
we have to take a couple of pictures before you leave.
Oh, absolutely. I was gonna tell you the same thing. I need to post up on the gram. I was here with
Milan. I was really serious about getting your contacts.
Oh no,
very serious. And I mean, for real, I'm that dude.
And that's gonna be the same email thread that we talk about me coming on the morning show.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
For real.
I travel for booking. Okay, I travel for gigs.
Okay. Now, I could pay you from Marietta to here.
Give me that.
What? The bag.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, anytime. Anytime.
Do we want to turn this YouTube off? Are you talking or are you just talking?
I'm talking.
Okay.
I will walk from Marietta to here any day.
Dude, that was hilarious.
I came from there.
For a second, I was believing you. I was like,
I said, literally, I had to walk up. It was like 11. There was some long, glorified alley that I walked through.
give me a bit.
I have a pickle. You want a pickle?
Oh, yes.
You like
I love pickles.
Well, see, my boss gonna put the pickle in there, girl. She's scared y'all gonna mess up the thing.
The people. I'm not eating right now.
My supervisor.
I gotta finish my cookies. I need a can of Sprite.
All right, hyenas, I love y'all. We gotta go and take a couple of pictures.
Yeah, we gotta do
Take
that.
care.
And I gotta get to happy
Get
hour.
that ass.
Where you going to happy hour?
I don't know. I have to go back into the House of Garcon group chat and see who.
Oh,
Bye,
you know
y'all.
how to turn it off? I don't know how to turn it off.
Bye, everybody in the YouTube world. All right, bye, Instagram. It's been real. It's been fun.
And it's